everybody! Before I dive right into stream, I'm going to leave DVR on for this one, and I'm going to make this a timestamp that people can go back to for knowing the rules of how we're handling stream today, because I think this one will get very talkative. Um, but off the top of the stream, first half of this stream is going to be talking about United Precure, exploding all our feelings, throwing them all out there, going all in. Second half of the stream is going to be Star Detective time and focusing on like the bingo card and predictions. During the first half, we will have You and Idol spoilers. Second half, no You and Idol spoilers. So that way people who want to come back to the stream and hang out and can talk about Star Detective can go all in on like talking about it and not worried about You and Idol spoilers. I'm gonna have a bar at the top. I'm gonna write it in a minute. We can make that together at the top of the stream. That will be like spoilers are on, spoilers are off. For now, full spoilers, full You and Idol big feeling time. We're just gonna let it all out while I try to set up the bingo card. And then when I feel like we've had our feelings, we will go into Star Detective. Also, unfortunately, I was hoping I wouldn't have to talk about this, but under the circumstance that stream drops, which it looks like stream is okay-ish right now. It looks like there's some dropped frames, which is already making me no happy. If stream drops, then I think I'm just gonna be done. Oh my god, no! Stream is in the red. I'm gonna cry. Oh, in the chat, it's not showing up. Ah! We're already dying. We're already experiencing some death. Let me see if the live chat is fine if I hop off my Wi-Fi. Hopefully it's okay. We shall find out. But yeah. If stream dies, stream will be dead. That is going to be my thing on that. So, if it does drop, it's just gonna stay dead, and we'll try again some other time. Hopefully it stays strong. I'm in the middle of a snowstorm. It's not as bad as everybody thought it was going to be, so I am not as dead as I potentially was going to be. It looks like I will have to do chat on my phone because chat doesn't feel like showing your messages. It's like no one's talking. I'm like, please, I'm sure someone has said something. Anyways, got it up on my phone. Welcome in, Mila! I was just finishing a video. I'm so sorry the video is like 2 hours long. I am so sorry the video is like 2 hours long. I really yapped a lot for that one. Welcome in, Lottie. How are you today? Welcome in, Isaac. I know you told me how to pronounce your name, and I'm gonna dig deep here. Cause it was like chaos. It was like, please remind me if how to pronounce it. Cause it's not. I think you told me it wasn't Keroix. It was like something closer to like chaos. I am so sorry. But welcome in. I hope you are doing well today. Welcome in, Callie. I hope you are doing fine on this finale. I see you miss Kaito. I know, we're gonna go on to a new season. Jet's the new Kaito. That's how it's gonna be. For now, just saying I really need to rewatch this season to have a full opinion on it. I genuinely think I need, like, space from this season to fully, like, work through all of my feels. I think once I have, like, moved away and then come back, I think I can truly feel how I feel about this show and really compile it. I think this is very similar to Go Princess, where I was like, I don't quite know how I feel. I don't know how I feel today. I also wish chat was not broken because it makes it harder for me to check both things, but I will do my best. Da, 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 da. Just call me Kiro or something. Okay, I'm gonna try to remind it. I'm so sorry. I know you told me last time, but I'll stick with Kiro. Hi, I am here working while finishing processing an event that happened last night. A good one. Oh, welcome in, John. Good to see you. I hope you are doing well. Also, in terms of the bingo card, I'm going to be... I think I re-downloaded the assets for You and Idol, and or not You and Idol, for Starter Detective, and I'm just going to start pulling them to make the bingo card. Oh, you don't get to see my cursor when I'm in Photoshop. That's so rude. That's so rude. Alright, I'm gonna put up the two chats on my computer because I do not like looking at my phone. Ah, I wish my chat thing would work. I've like refreshed it so many times. I don't know why it does not feel like operating at full capacity today, and it's bumming me out. Oh, it's not reading YouTube messages for some reason. That's interesting. It's reading the Twitch ones, but it's not reading YouTube. Okay. Well, at least I know the Twitch messages will come through. Anyways, da 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 da. What did I miss? Nothing, Alexis. We are just getting started. I put down some ground rules for today. Oh, I do need to put on stream. Okay, let me get a text going. Text. I think this will be our messy version of doing some text here. Text will be you and idle spoilers. Or I guess full spoilers. Full spoilers. It's messy, but it's mine. I can add a gradient. Oh, I didn't know how I didn't know how creative we can get with this. I don't know what this gradient does. Oh yeah, we're so in there. This was fine as black. I don't mind. Can I have it? Can I have a black outline? No, I can just have a background color that doesn't exist. Oh, background opacity. Oh, we're in there. We're in there. Graphic design is for passion. We'll put that up there. We're talking full spoilers, so if anybody has not watched the final episode, come back. Come back afterwards. Alright, catching up on chat. Da, 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 da. Maybe I did want Amy Pre to have 51 episodes. Honestly, same. I feel like that ending needed a little more breathing room. I think we just need a little bit more breathing room. Jet is my second son already. Number one spot is Kaito. I can't emote Kaito. As Cure Wing, my first son is already second place, and Satoru and Daifuku are third place as my favorite characters. Lovely choices. If stream will be dead, I will say my unpopular opinion. Chokihine, as a fairy is so cute. I loved her. I love Chokihine as I absolutely adored her as a little fairy. I wish we got more time with her. That's gonna be my whole thing. Is I wish I had more time. All right. I think it hates my bitrate, but stream health I think might be fine. It can suffer the bitrate because I think the problem between the red site and the purple site is that one needs it to be very high and one needs it to be very low. And you know what? I think I was this bitrate last time and it was fine. So let me know if stream lags. By all means, start yelling lag if there are any issues. Because it's just going to have to deal. If it continues to have drop frames, I may have to do something. So I hope this is not too much of a problem. Otherwise, I will cut the purple site and then I will up my bitrate and try again. Da, 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 da. Welcome in, Naga. How are you today? This year I have been getting myself into a lot of things, so my mind let Precure on standby, and I think that changed my view on this season. That will definitely affect it. Alright, now it says my stream is healthy. Alright, okay, be that way, stream. Never mind, it's upset again. Oh, stream, stop being whiny. Da 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 da. I agree, Liza, I hate her, but her fairy version is so cute. YouTube glitches with their lags and sending a comment on the wrong channel. Yes, it actually happened to me. Yeah, I've had that happen before. Just saying I wouldn't mind if they gave you and Idol one more week. I think we could have helped with the finale. Agreed. I genuinely think 2 more episodes of Breathing Room would have really helped this ending. I just like I don't think it ever got as deep as I wanted it to. I didn't feel like the emotional moments had enough impact to them, but I do think it would have like a little bit more impact if it sat there and gave us more time with each thing that happened. Like I wanted the like doomed portion of the finale to have more time. I wanted the farewell with the fairies to have more time, etc., etc. Let's see. Da, 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 da. The finale was just too packed. They spent too much time in the hallway. Agreed. That's my take. The image. Imagine the text is Comic Sans. I wonder if that's an option. I know this is the default font they have. I'm so curious if they have Comic Sans. Select font. What font options do I get? Or does it? Oh, it comes from my own computer. I have Comic Sans. I'm almost positive I have it on this computer. Oh, guys. Oh my god, it lets me use my own fonts. I didn't even know that. I could do it in Balfour like I always do, but what's the fun of Balfour if I can use Comic Sans? Oh my goodness. Da 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 da. Ba, 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 ba. Also, I'm happy to see Anna cure answer in the present, not in 1999. It makes me feel more hopeful that she will not die in the final episode due to time paradox. I I won't hold too much weight to what they did in the baton pass because it doesn't typically keep with the lore, but let's live our best lives and hope this is going to show us something about the future. The funniest thing is that we got 3 My Hero VAs in Precure. Daifuku, who was Hawks, Tanaka, who was Aizawa, and Jet Senpai, who was Todoroki's. Oh, I didn't realize they had so much crossover. I think I knew about Daifuku because Daifuku also did Gojo. Like, the Daifuku VA did Gojo as well. I'm happy that they brought back the time skip because we haven't had a time. I totally forgot that it's been forever since we did time skips. That totally went over my head. I was like, surely it's not been that long since we did a time skip, and I was like, oh my god, it has been. It has been a minute. It was a good time skip. I was really worried, but now that I've seen the time skip, I am less worried. I can appreciate the time skip now when the stress is removed. Welcome in, Trace. How are you today? I still believe that Gem Senpai will become a cure, as almost everyone is talking about him being the team's 5th cure. Dude, I hope he is. Jet is a cure in this discussion. We've decided. We're finally on the bingo card. We're actually not quite on the bingo card. We're doing You and Idol spoilers for now, and then we're going to do the bingo card. I'm just setting it up in the background. I'm trying to catch up with chat, and then I'm going to start bingoing a bit. But I have one thing clear. Uta Sakura carried that last episode. Absolutely. Is this my full cure idol bias? Yes, and I don't care. Totally valid. Totally valid. Wow, time is different. Welcome in, Marcos. How are you today? Now the graphic design is my graphic design is my passion. This is actually bothering me because it's not centered. It's not like going to be quite centered, but it is slightly more centered now. Oh my goodness. I got absolutely jump scared by the time skip, Nana, but my god, she is rocking the short hair so much. I can't decide between her and Mayu's my faves. It was really cute. I think the movie will probably be the decider. Yeah, I'm really curious what's going to happen with the movie, because the general plot was given to me by Leo, but I also know Leo wouldn't tell me things in the movie that I didn't like, so I'm curious what the movie is gonna be like and what my opinions are gonna be on the movie. He seems to hype it up, but he also hypes everything up. So it's an unreliable narrator. Now You and Idol joins the season. I don't want to see an Otana. Oh god, I really don't want to see an Otana for this one. Love you, You and Idol, but I do not want an Otana. Also, this goodness, this Precure season does not have many backgrounds, and it's really bumming me out. Like, the temporary background they had before we had the full site is the same, and that really makes me annoyed. I was like, no, but you're not allowed to do that. So I think I'm just gonna, this is like the really only option we have as a background, is this bad boy. Actually, let me go with there we go. Oh, goodness. One more time. Yoink. And then yoink. And wink. I might make it more saturated just because, oh my god, I don't use Photoshop on PCs very often. So this is a struggle. I'm a Mac girly. I know. Top 10 anime betrayals, but I'm a Mac girly. Let's multiply this. Doop. And then stick that back up there. And then 50% it. There we go. Okay. In my opinion, Heartcatch deserves a sequel and a grown-up like 5 and Splash I did recently. I think Heartcatch would be a good one. My biggest contender is Go Princess, because I feel like Go Princess we could be doing more. Jet Senpai is a yellow cure, and the non-yellow cure haters will stop, and he will have him in his fans. Chokine died only to be reincarnated as a good fairy. She's a good witch. I think Kimito more than Otana series needs a novel. I think a novel might work out. I think a novel would not be terrible, but I also for people who didn't catch my review, there was the reveal that the head writer was very checked out for this series. He only wrote for a very small portion of the show, like closer to 1/5 of the show, rather than the other writers who typically get closer to 1/3 to 1/2. So I don't know if he was passionate enough to actually write a novel for this, because other lead writers have loved their series so much that they went on to write novels. I don't think the staff liked this show. I don't like hot take, but I don't think the staff loved this show as much as other people did. But if they do stuff with Uta and Kaito, I'm ending it all. Agreed. Oh my god, let me scroll up. People say the movie is good. I'm looking forward to it. I hope it's better than Wonderful's movie, because that one left me so disappointed. I also think it being after 3 episodes of Kimi-Pri made the timing super awkward, and it really felt like seeing Ghost. That's fair. Wonderful Precure, I also will say the person who wrote the Wonderful Precure movie was the writer from You and Idol, but I think the You and Idol movie writer is somebody different. Just in case that illuminates any information, I've really done a deep dive on the writers for the past couple of seasons, in preparation for the finale here. Kaito better watch his back reels. Welcome in, Miyuki. How are you today? Let's head Kaito to the bingo board. We are not putting Kaito on the bingo board. He is not going there. Tanaka's just not also Aizawa. He's also Victor from Yuri on Ice. Hell yeah. Kyle. Oh my god. Carol and Tuesday call back. Let's go. Kira Papaya's VA also voices Violet Evergar. Oh my god. Crazy. And Jet voices. Oh well, Jet is Yuki Kaji, right? He's big. Gopri and Hagato are 2 seasons that need sequels. I would really like to see how they would handle a sequel for Hagato with the 2 divided timelines. Leo knows something about the Tanpri movie. Is that what you've been trying to say? I didn't. He went to Japan and he saw the movie in person, and so he in our group chat told us what the plot of the movie was, but like he didn't include everything. So we will see what the movie's like in spring, because I think that usually comes out in March, April. I'm hoping that I won't be offline during that time, but we'll see what happens. Tanaka deserves to be a cure. Kazuma should have, or Kaizuma should have been canon. That's one thing that should have been disclosed. Dude, I think Meladon and Puridun should have been canon. Like, what the heck? That fell off a cliff at the end. I was like, but what happened to my girls? We had our first canonical lesbian, and they just didn't care. How could they forget? Oh, it was disrespectful. It's been decades since I played a kids bingo with family and friends, but bingo is a cool game. Oh, I play bingo every year with my family for the Super Bowl because my dad's really obsessed with the Super Bowl, and he said I have to get my family into sports somehow. And so he's like, if you guys win the Super Bowl, he gives us some money. We get a little bit of money if we win the bingo. But to be fair, most of the time no one wins bingo. We have to get better bingo cards. I certainly accept Go Princess sequel, my favorite season of the franchise. It's so good. Kaito has been found dead at midnight at New York next to Disneyland. Those are 2 locations that are nowhere near each other. He's somehow simultaneously not alive, both on the West Coast and the East Coast. Yeah, Yukikachi is Jet's. Yeah. Sorry to change the subject, but has anybody watched the new trailer for Super Mario Galaxy? I saw that on my Twitter feed this morning, because I'm very excited in April. I think it'll be good. They did a good job with the first one. I swear I thought I was the only one who watched Carol and I have the manga. I actually have all 3 volumes of the manga lying around somewhere in here. I love Carol and Tuesday. It's so insanely good. I highly recommend it to people. Leo said in a response to one of my comments that there was a teaser after the You and Idol movie, but it didn't reveal much on its own. It usually doesn't. It's usually too soon for them to do reveals, but it gives a small tease. Funny story this month reminded me of Dan Brown's novels Da Vinci Code, Angels and Demons, so I watched the film and gameplays to remember the mysteries and plots. Oh, that's fun. Oh, that reminds me, for You and, not You and Idol, for Star Detective, I'm wondering if I should do a bit similar to how Leo had his Idol Corner. I'm debating if I want to do a segment where I'm like, here's a cool mystery that exists in the world. Like, here's like a fun fact. Like, what animal in the world has what's the term for it? Like a sixth sense, and then like you guys in the chat get to guess between one week to another, and I'll be like, it's a shark, and have fun with that. I think doing like a little mystery gimmick might be exciting to do. I just have to hold myself to it. Outside of the meh writing for their relationship, I really did enjoy Medon's comeuppance so much. Pootie though, is one of my least favorite cures. Now her writing to me was just so she was very simple, but they always, I feel like when they get the bigger teams, they have one character who just doesn't have much going for them. But like I genuinely was like, I won't like Pootie and she's just a silly Billy Fairy, and they're usually like, one note and I don't care. But they really did such a good job leading into the Zakyun arc, and then it fell off a cliff, and I was so sad. But that's just me. That's only me. The only thing for me to reject the theory of Anna's future death is that in the second season half, Anna will be back to her timeline, but Mikaruka and Jet Senpai and Curie Claire will be stuck in 2027. It'll be interesting. They could pull something similar to what they did with Mahotsukai, where half of the season is one place and half the other one. When will Toei bring back Yellow Cures? Surely next season. Also, Bookman Conrado, I don't know if I said hi to you yet, but hello. Why isn't Tanaka Kaito in? Yeah, see, that's the problem with the like lack of time, is that we didn't get to see Tanaka, Kaito, and Kazuma. Like, I really wanted him to cut to some shot of like Madison Square Garden and have Kaito and Kazuma performing together. And then Tanaka would have been cute if he like ferried back with them. But I do appreciate that the time skip only focused on the main five, because the rest of the finale like focused on things that weren't that. Let's add LGBT moments. Ooh, that's a good one to add to the board when we get to when I actually work on this. I don't know if you guys see. Oh, you can see my cursor now. Thankfully, you can see my cursor now. I think it's only when I'm in the app. I should probably add something to the board. I think I'm gonna go with the blue one, because obviously. Oh my god, I forgot that the hotkeys are different in Photoshop than the ones on a Mac computer. I'm gonna do it like that for the bingo. Do something like that. I might make it wider. Welcome in, Ben. How are you today? Hope you are doing well. Welcome in, Softly Meowgical. How are you today? A magical girl survival horror game would be really cool while you're keeping the whimsy and genre of it. I think that would be fun. The closest thing they have something that's more not so much survival horror game. It's Danganronpa style. I'm trying to remember the name of it because I was looking to play that. It was very dark though. It was a dark magical girl series. And I kind of wanted to play it because it was like Danganronpa but magical girls, and it got a figure, and I'm debating if I want to grab that Nindoroid. Did you know Toei had many shows set in 1999? I know they existed in 1999. They had Sailor Moon. I don't know how many were set there. Let me know. Metadon and Pudidun were really good, but they really did fall off. I still love Metadon, though. Yeah, I think Metadon kept, like, once they finished her storyline, they kept her momentum up post, like, the conclusion of the Kyuubi lock stuff. I literally wrote a Kaizuma fanfic on AO3, and there's another Kaizuma fic there as well. I like to thank Henri and Masato for being the first gay couple in Precure. Ah, I like that. That's cute. We love the backbone of the fanfic world. Pudidun is very cute. Agreed. Welcome in, Ben. How are you today? Now I can say this. my sister, I, and my family secretly plan a big treasure hunt astronomy-themed game for my brother-in-law's 40th birthday last month. Dude, yo, that goes so hard, though. That's, like, a really good idea. I have a reason for me being so mad about Pudidun, but that would flood the chat. TLDR, the whole time Pudidun went through the memory loss thing, only for her to never bring it up again. Oh, that is also so true, though. You have a good point. They should have talked about that again. Back to the brother-in-law thing. He answered the puzzles, riddles, and clues and found so many presents that were hid to find him. That's like, it's got such national treasure energy. I love that. Back to what Trace was saying, with Metadon throughout the show, felt like a waste. It felt like the group dynamic never changed with her like it did with Metadon. Yeah, yeah. Like, they had so much character development, and Putidun just was, like, agreeable with the group kind of the whole time. I really liked the character of Tanaka, especially the voice they gave him in fairy form. Oh my god, his goofy little fairy voice was the best part of Tanaka. You like that? It's so cute. I love Tanaka to pieces. He really won me over. Puridun as Puridun was okay. I really liked it, but when she became Zakyun, I lost all care for her. I think Zakyun's one of those characters I struggle with, where they have two forms, and the like other form is kind of too dissimilar from their original one, and it took a while to like understand that like human Puridun was also Puridun. They think they did a little bit better with that towards the end, but I definitely was like, Zakyun is just entirely a different person. I look so pretty, thank you. Also, the way they went, like, oh my god, Uta, she forgot about you, how sad, only to be like, oh yeah, they forgot about Kokoro and Nana too, was nothing, was, yeah, the balancing was, I'd rather they have not done the amnesia arc and done something differently, and then had the pacing be better for the other characters, because it really sidelined Kokoro and Nana, and then in the latter half of the series, it sidelined, like, Puridun as punishment, and I was like, I think we could have balanced that out a little bit better. I heard the writer of the new season had something to do with Mahotsukai and Star Trek. Yes, the lead writer wrote for both of those shows and was very passionate about them. I'm trying to remember if it was a dude or a girl. I think it's a guy. But I probably should not use pronouns because I don't know what they are yet. They are incredibly passionate. If it's this person I'm thinking of, there is a guy who worked on Mahotsukai who even post Mahotsukai constantly talked about Mahotsukai on his Twitter. And I think that's the lead writer. That might have been the director. But like his whole personality was like, I love Mahotsukai. These are my girls, and I'm ride or die. This is the favorite thing I've ever written in my life. And so I'm glad that we're getting that kind of energy into the next season. Sailor Moon came out in 1992. It did, but like obviously it went through the years. She got older throughout it. I wish the sumo guy, Cutie Cute though, became a cure because his name rhymes with him. Yeah, I loved him. I'm glad. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the silly episode where we went back and he was like, I might quit being a sumo wrestler. I was like, why do I care? I suddenly care so much about this guy. Um, it's always Ani being the first male cure fan. Boy, quit. We love him. Tanaka was incredible in his fairy voice, right? Best performance. He's like, yeah, he's doing like the like Squidward thing where you pinch your nose. My opinion on the cures is Uta, very standard leader cure with a beautiful message. Doomed with a weird romantic stuff. Agreed. Nana, an absolute funny and cute character. New favorite blue for me. I think Nana really surprised me with how much I ended up liking her by the end of it. They really did a lot with their character, and I think they managed to make what they've had that position, because I would say that Anjay was very similar to the way they set up Nana, but I feel like they really dropped the ball with Anjay and she became a whatever character, and I feel like Nana's just an improved version of that. Mudadon lost her personality when the lock finished. I think she, in my personal opinion, I think she stayed similar. She just wasn't mean to the girls anymore. But I do think she's softened. I do think they softened her a lot. Kokoro, love her personality and context with the season. Didn't kill her character on the last few episodes. Puridun, very fun. Puridun for president, love her, but still my least favorite season. Yeah, it's like, I don't want to say that Puridun was my least favorite, but I do think she kind of ended up being my least favorite. The fairy Tart also had a peculiar voice. Oh, I love Tart. The Italian dub for his voice is so funny and sometimes more manly. I can't take it. I love it when dubs like will switch the tone of voice. Like back when I played Genshin, there were like fairy generals that you fought against, and they would have a high pitched hee little voice. And then I listened to the Chinese dub, and they were very deep. And I was like, this is so funny hearing them go from like little gremlins to I have a deep voice. It's so funny. Mirai and Liko were the best wives, agreed. Favorite Precure item that you own? Ooh, I don't know if I've said this one before. It's probably one of the perfumes. Like, I love the Kokoro perfume. I love the Princess perfume. I think they're very fun. I think they're up there off the top of my head. I'd have to think about it more. I'm excited for the bingo card. I must share my Eclair theory. Of course, of course. I also, when we make the bingo card, we're switching it over to Canva so I can share it, and then you guys can fill it in with your own, like, things. I'll make this bigger. I don't want to make the bingo board too small, but I'm going to try to get it like that. Let's see how that looks. I'll put a drop shadow on it. When in doubt, stick a drop shadow on it. Actually, how much drop shadow is this gonna do? I don't want to spread too much. And I'm gonna make it like a purple. I'll make it like a purple. Do I have caps lock on? I do. I do have caps lock on. Make it a purple color. And make it a little bit lighter. Yeah. Boom. We love drop shadows. Alright, try to keep chat from going off screen because my scroll doesn't like scrolling for some reason. Meadow was an amazing character, probably the best this season. Everything was done right. I love her. We have Melon love in chat. We should have a yellow lead. Oh, that'd be fun. I feel like they would not be adverse to doing yellow. I think there's certain colors they probably would not give to Precure leaders, but I think yellow would definitely be a potential color for a leader. Though they better not do it when Magical Girl Dandelion airs, because that will be my ultimate yellow, my yellow magical girl. I saw somewhere that someone mentioned that we discussed about male cures, as we only have 3 male cures, and someone mentioned, what about Dancing Star? And I'm like, oh, they're a spinoff and not the main. I consider them main. Like, I consider them, like, part of the overall diaspora of them because they showed up in stuff like You and Idol Precure. I consider them more mainline than I think not mainline. But I can see how the spinoff is like where it is. I wish Psycho Princess had a Funimation style English dub and we see how it worked. Oh god, I miss Funimation days. Kirsty is still the best blue. She is my top girl. I got so many acrylics of her. Metadon could have worked for me if they actually gave her consequences for the way she was. It's giving enabler. I think that's something that's been a struggle with the newer seasons of Precure. A lot of them are very nice and they don't like to call out characters because they did the same thing in Tropical Rouge where no one ever really called out Laura on her BS and she just had to kind of learn for herself instead of having an external force tell her that she's being kind of a brat. And I think that's just the nice tone that Precure has pivoted to. And as much as I wish we could go back to like being able to call out people on their BS, I don't think Toei really wants to do that at the moment. I think it will eventually pendulum swing back, but at the moment it is not. I love all the characters though. I wish Kokoro and Nana could have given us their songs too in the final moments, not just Uta. That's valid. I think I have a lot of opinions about the music usage at the end of the show. Mipple's English dub sounds like Mickey. I meant Meppel has a very Mickey Mouse voice. Oh, interesting. I'll have to see the dubs. Just remember that I watched Smile Precure Glitter Force in Brazilian. That's fine. Don't apologize for watching Glitter Force. I kind of liked it. You're allowed to like Glitter Force here. We are not, like, anti-Glitter Force people. I, like, personally don't like the changes that they made to the series and the way that they used money in that, but I think Glitter Force really brought people into the franchise, and I'm not going to shame people for essentially liking Smile Precure. I'm about to disappoint everyone when I say I still like your kiss. And she revealed my problem before the 20th episode. Mean cures have a chance to redeem, but once it's the 30th episode, my nervous system is done. Yeah, I think that's something that a lot of people have with Kiss is that she took too long to change. And that was just like too much suffering for people, which I agree with. That is something that I felt with Kiss. I think I was able to be convinced of her by the end of it. Like, I can forgive characters if they're convincing enough, but again, like I've said before, I wouldn't want to watch the series again on the grounds that I just don't want to have to go episode by episode through that arc because it just kept going, and I was like, we could deal with this sooner. Agree to disagree, but everyone has. Yeah. I'm also very happy. I was going to say at the top, but I think I have fortunately not had to be respectful of other people's opinions. We are allowed to have, like, critical opinions of the series. But, like, obviously don't dunk on other people and then don't get so aggressive. They're like, we need to burn down Toei because I'm so mad about this point. But you guys have been incredibly respectful thus far, and I really appreciate that, and I'm glad that we're keeping the energy going. I want an orange lead for Precure. I would love an orange lead. That is another color Toei, though, does not like as much. I see Studiopolis as a spiritual successor to Funimation. That's a good point. Y'all, I can't deny that the English dubs for Smile and Doki Doki had banger songs. I do. The Glitter Force opening went hard. I think the Glitter Force opening was perfect. I don't understand why they made 18,000 new endings for Glitter Force, but I haven't listened to the songs, so I don't know how good they are. Pokemon Geo! Curie Claire's the voice actress's voice is mysterious. Yeah, they've been keeping some of the information about the characters under wraps, which has been so crazy. Imagine the alternative timeline when Viz media dub Precure in 2005 is still dubbing to this day. Viz is holding out strong. I'm a little embarrassed to know that Glitter Force Doki Doki had a Latin Spanish dub made in Colombia. I didn't realize you were from Colombia specifically. I knew you were from South America. Shout out to Colombia. Yeah, actually, I did know that it did that because Only Magical, one of my really good friends, she's the one I did the Animal Crossing Precure video with. She, back in the day when we were doing online conventions for Precure, she did a segment where she actually interviewed some of the Spanish speaking voice actors who had done the dub because she also speaks Spanish. And it was really, really cool. It was super exciting, and she had a fun time talking to them. So I knew that because of that. And it's nice that some voice actors are willing to talk to you, us laymen, about the series they worked on. I like that voice actors nowadays are more communicative with the community. Obviously, there's some positives and negatives to that, but I like how active they are. I've got my other friend, I'll see if I can pull up her profile. Lunatica, who is also she's from Florida and she speaks both Spanish and English. And she has been doing these amazing interviews, and she has it on her YouTube channel as well. I'm gonna drop her Instagram because that's what I know her from. She does these exceptionally wonderful interviews with the voice actors, the OG voice actors for Sailor Moon, and she's been able to talk to so much of the cast. I think she's also trying to talk to the cast who did Crystal. But if you guys ever wanted to see how like willing the voice actors are to like have little chats with people, she does amazing interviews with them. My overall experience with United Precure was that it was an okay season, but I did kind of like the last episode. Totally valid, totally valid. We are allowed to have critical and we are allowed to have positive opinions for it. And honestly, I think the last episode did have things like it did check the boxes for what it needed to do to finish the show off, and I do think a lot of people really loved the post-credit scene. Glitter Force has too many ending songs. That's my opinion on it, but I haven't listened to all of them. I just don't know why they wasted money on doing new, crappier CGI with like the school bus and everything. That threw me off. Kirinami has the same problem with Cure Kiss, and none of them have consequences. Redemption happened. Yeah, they all have a very specific type of They all have a very specific type of redemption where it's like they have to kind of feel it internally and not so much have people call them out, which is just the way Toei likes writing nowadays. But I think it's personal preference. I think it depends. I didn't mind it with Nyami as much, but I really bothered me with Laura, I think, the most, where all of her character development had to be internal and not her ever talking to the other group. But also, again, I didn't bother me in Star Twinkle when Hikaru figured out that she was being problematic and then solved the problem. And the group never called her out on that. So, I think it just depends. It comes down to personal preference. I think a lot of people, though, there's a good amount of people who do not like that they don't have other people tell them that they're being bad and they have to just figure out themselves. And so they don't really get any external consequences other than, like, their own personal disappointment in themselves. In Leo's stream yesterday, someone asked if Curie Claire was a guy. And I added them saying that she's a girl. Yeah. Yeah. I don't really care how long it takes for redemption arcs to happen as long as the final outcome is well written. I don't think Metadon's arc achieved that. I think that's fair. I think it's fair to be frustrated with the way that went. I don't think Arcana will be rude. It seems like she's sweet and quiet, just working with the villains for personal. I think she's so mysterious. I'm so curious how they'll handle Arcana. Yeah, and Arcana Shadow was voiced by Pafu from Go Princess. Personally, I loved Idol Precure. The designs and the songs gave me energy. Kyun Kyun ended up as my favorite. Kyun Kyun absolutely knocked it out of the park in a lot of different ways. Good choice. I kind of wish they went for a more rivalry between Uta and Kaito. I think that would have been more interesting, I'm not gonna lie. I liked, again, I think my favorite moment for Kaito was when he was a little like, he was a little snooty to Cure Idol when he first met her, not knowing that she was Uta, and he was like, don't, you have to take being an idol very seriously. Like, you can't, it's not just a silly little game. Like, he was so sassy. And I was like, oh my god, this boring man has flavor. They gave him flavor. I cannot believe. Actually, I don't need to do a box. I think I'll do the brick. I'll find a way to shoehorn in the brick here. Oh wait, I think they had different colored brick. I'm gonna use the purple brick if it will let me click on it. Yeah, we're gonna throw in some purple brick at the bottom. Yeah, purple brick. And then we're gonna copy and paste it because it's tileable. Dude, they made it so modular. Okay, where is it? What is happening? Oh, I brought that in. Oops. They made everything on the website incredibly modular, which is so funny to me. But it's very convenient to do that. Okay. Let me make sure I catch up. Oh my god. Still waiting for the finale episode of You and Idol to come out, but overall it was a mixed bag of the season. I had a fun time watching the season overall. I'm not a fan of the second half. That's how I kind of feel. I think it's the second half to the second third. It was hard. I hope next season, after Star Detective, they bring Juichi Suabe back and make him a cure alongside the more popular male VAs. That'd be fun. The voices of Sunny and March and Glitter Force dub are pretty good, and I can see them doing an uncut. Some of the people who, like, I guess, like, not necessarily some of them, but a lot of the voice actors for Glitter Force were, like, higher-end voice actors. Like, they did put money behind Glitter Force. I think there's just some choices they made that I don't fully feel like they needed to do, but they, it was Saban. They love doing things old school. They love their 4Kids energy. Also now can't get a break, as her cure name is March, and her English name is April, and her cure name is Spring. Poor her, though. April is a good shit name. Yeah, it's interesting, because, like, the thing is, I'm pretty sure her name being March in the original is more based on, like, Märchen, which I believe is, like, the German word for either book or story. But it also, like, was a play on the spring month March. So I don't think that was the worst thing they did in the world. April is more of a normal name than March, so they were struggling when trying to come up with English equivalents. Kirna Nyami is the only one in Wonderful who knows how to fight. Agreed. Speaking of voice acting, have you ever tried to voice act or make fan dubs? No. No, I hate my voice. You guys are lucky that you get reviews from me, because I have to listen back to my voice, and part of me has to, like, disassociate from the fact that it's my voice. I hate my voice with every fiber of my being. I'm impressed you guys are here because of my gross sounding voice. Nyami is an experienced fighter. She is. I love Kyun so much. She's great. It will forever live in my mind rent-free that Kokoro didn't solo Purify. Like, that bothered me. That did bother me, that, like, all of them got respective villains, but, Kokoro didn't. Because I feel like at the end of the day, she should have gotten Cuddy, because technically Uta did too. Well, she didn't fully do, Jogi, but she contributed. So it kind of felt like she got 2, and then Kyun got nothing. It wasn't supposed to be in stream, but called out of work due to ice on the road. Yeah, no, the snow's been really bad. For anybody who also is getting hit by this blizzard, stay safe. Last week, I was commissioned to design characters for an original project. Oh my god, that's so exciting! Studio where I worked, and one of the characters literally has Nyami. Oh my god, it's got like that blunt cut. Oh my god, beautiful. It came to me because of the Cinema Awards, and oh my god, I can't wait for the next Cinema Awards illustration. I'll tell you right now, we have been already talking about next year's Cinema Awards, and we are so excited. You did such a... If you guys have not watched Magical Cinema and Cinema Awards, absolutely do that. And there's this unbelievably gorgeous illustration from John in chat. I really like Kokoro. She's one of the best cures this season. Very good. Just finished the last episode. What the heck? Answer just doing that. Yeah, Answer was like, and I'm here. I'm gonna solve a mystery no one knew we needed. It's so funny. Which personality will Eclair have other than mysterious since she's canonically in Leo's sign August 10th. Or the Leo. Not me saying Leo. I'm getting too attached. Imagine her energetic and exciting girl outside of Cure for. I'm very curious what her personality is because it's so up in the air. Welcome in, Noah. How are you today? I'm so close to getting back to getting chat manageable. FNAF! We are just talking about our thoughts and feelings on You and Idol in general with the full spoilers as I very, very slowly do this background for the bingo. After all this time, do Pooty and Metadon still seem like two different people despite being the same one, or can you see them as being the same at this point? Like, Metadon and Pooty or like their humanoid forms? Like, definitely Pooty and Metadon are two very separate characters, but their humanoid forms, I think Metadon's pretty one for one at this point for me. There's still a disconnect for Pooty in her human form, but it's not as bad as it used to be. Why do some Precure wear bike shorts? Safety shorts. You don't want to see any not safe for work stuff in our children's show. But also, I love biker shorts. They're so comfy. Same here. My voice is hot garbage. Hot garbage team. Hot garbage voice team. Same here. I hate my voice, especially when singing. And the bad voice team. Let's go. Let's go. I feel you, twin. I'm editing a video right now. It's so hard for me to not crash out right. I just have to like slowly close my ears for myself, and I'm like, that's a different person. That's not me. Come on, your voice is gorgeous. Melly, you are too kind. You are way too kind. They gave Jogi to his ex-boyfriend. Oh my god. Goodbye, Kaito, and stay away from Uta. Agreed. The snow has been terrible for me today. Stay safe, Holt. Stay safe. I live in California, so I don't have to. Yeah, Alexis, you're fine. I think Leo also was like, yeah, you guys are getting snow. I've never seen snow. And I'm like, you can have it. You can come right over here. No blizzard, though. That's good. It's snowing right now, but people are playing out in the snow. I've seen a couple of families with their dogs, and I did see a squirrel, like, do some somersaults in the snow. That was kind of cute, I'm not gonna lie. For Doki Doki Precure, Doki Doki Glitter Force, I'm happy that Cure Diamond is by Cassandra Morris. I like her voice. She plays Leafa in Sword Art Online. A lovely voice. I might cure Zakyun, Purinun, and Zakyun. I think there's still a divide. It's not as bad as before. I think that's my like final take on it. Is that they're not too divorced from each other, but like there's a level of too much confidence in Zakyun that doesn't really exist in Purinun. Like it's not that Purinun's unconfident, but she doesn't have that courage and chutzpah. She just has silly billiness in fairy form. The only thing I'm upset about this season is we didn't get much human forms for them instead of them being fairies more often. Yeah, I'm glad that we got something at all, though. But I kind of wish they were in their human forms at the very end. But, like, I think there's some moderate implication that the power fades. Bryce Pappenbrook is Lance's English VA. Yeah, they got big people. Debbie and Maya Candy, and of course Keith Silverstein. Huge people. Also very very much in the superhero voice acting world. Star Detective background is so good. I love the triangles. Oh, I love it when they do this, like, there's a word for it. It's not prismatic, but, like, this. I have that going right now. I have an in-progress background that I need to finish before next week for Star Detective. That's very similar to this. Do you like Chinese magical girls? Absolutely. I love any magical girl from any country. I have watched Sama Balala, the fairies, and then the first season. And then I have watched, what's the other Chinese one? The one with the fairies. The flower fairy one that I cannot remember the full name of. And then I'm going to watch the Hanatolunu Chinese Toei animation remake. I'm pretty excited about that as well. I'm disappointed that Purinun didn't get another focus episode. Agreed. They didn't give her. They gave her amnesia and kind of mind wiped her character, and then just to have it the same. Yeah, I wish she got another episode. I wish she got I wish she got one like the Kokodo episode with the president. I think she needed something of that quality. Cure Idol should have been. It would fix everything, honestly. Think they'll take advantage of the Y2K sitting? I want them to, but I'm not holding my breath on that. They don't always... They're not super solid about committing to the bit. Like, I already saw with the, one of the commercials that they did after the episode with Cure Answer, they had a bunch of, like, UI, like modern computer UI in the background, and I'm like, but why are you using modern UI? Isn't she supposed to be in 1999? Why are you using computers at all? Isn't like technology? Didn't one of the interviews say that they're trying to move away from technology for the next season and that's why they time traveled? I'm confusion. I'm lost. Help. Help. Alright, I think I do need a solid white background for this. Unfortunately. So we won't really get to see that really nice, not gonna see the really nice clock thing that they did for the background, which is bumming me out, but I need it to be solid, otherwise we're not going to be able to read the text very well. Graphic design is my passion. Okay. Let's see. How can I watch Balala legally? You can't. You have to sail the seven seas. You have to go sail the seven seas. Surprised that Lulu got a reboot. Yeah, they've been doing a lot of like magical girl reboots. I'm holding out for a Mermaid Melody remake the most, but like anything's possible. I will miss you and Idol. Yes, it's gonna be a miss. I'm gonna miss it. But we're moving on. We will make it through the next season, but we'll hold out to our idols. And I'm sure they'll pop up in the movie. Kokoro kyun kyun tamash. Jet Senpai will probably have futures. Yeah, I think he's gonna have like Inspector Gadget Go-Go technology, if I had to guess. In Go Princess, I was surprised and happy that Yui has her own focused episode. I know. I think they really did a good job with Yui. What would be your idea of a robot magical girl? Girl, I feel like robot aesthetic is so hard for me. I'm just gonna say Lulu from Hagato. Star Detective should use 90s style toys to match the setting. I wish they went more into it. So far, the merch hasn't been that. It's been more just like detective, but like girly pop, which I'm not completely opposed to. But I wish it had. I guess maybe it's more like Y2K American stuff that I have more of a. I mean, I grew up with that, where it's like hot pink everything, really unapologetically aggressive stuff, silly shaped computers. Like the early Mac computers. They're all like egg shaped. Yui is the goat. Just goes to show you don't need it to be a cure to be a great character. Agreed. Also, pretty please, I don't want to be a magical girl. Yeah, it's getting another episode soon. I think they said the 31st, if I'm not mistaken. I'm very excited to see what Kiana does next. I really love her work. I think since he's a fairy and being called senpai, that his little boy form does not match his level of knowledge. I definitely feel like he's gonna be not quite a tsundere, but he's gonna be one of those characters who's like, I'm super mature, and then like, you know what? He's gonna be pretty much Tails from Sonic. I imagine he's gonna be like a moderately more soon version of Tails from Sonic. That's my guess. Jet Senpai is actually an inventor of the internet. Trust me, don't search it. Honestly, they could do that. They could have a silly plot twist. I mean, they've had an alien be Santa before. Nothing can stop them. I have a pink OC that still didn't have a chance to shine. Her name is Setsuna. She is a master of cooking. She knows Kevin since he was a kid. He eats her best sushi. Aww. Usually won't eat sushi from others. Aww. That's so cute. Robot magical girl. Cure more. I know, I was like, cure more. That's my version of a robot. Either that or wasn't there like a robot version of Cure Happy? um yes, despite Kevin being Japanese, he doesn't eat sushi, fair enough, much all that often. He doesn't have an allergy. There are some parts of Japan he doesn't really like much in my opinion. That's fair. I love hearing about your OCs. Jet is, yeah, miles per hour from Sonic. The twin tail. Yeah, minus the twin tails. What's the likelihood of Jet becoming the mid-season? I think it's very up in the air. I would say maybe on the lower side, simply because Toei has prevented several writers from allowing there to be, what's it called? They've stopped them from having mainline male cures, because they stopped it from occurring in wonderful Precure. So I would not be surprised if they intervened again, being like, no mainline male cure for the mid-season. If they were going to do a male cure, I do think it's more likely that they would have him be part of the starting lineup and not be something as like, we need money as the mid-season. But I'm holding out hope. I'm going to stay Delulu and say that Jet will be a cure. And he should be a mainline cure, not just an additional cure that's there temporarily. Or a support cure, I guess is a better one. Welcome in, Whisper Quiet! I'm all in on this beginning, the Back to the Future Precure, so Jet is going to be Doc Brown and eccentric. He's really gonna have that energy. Lots of inspiration for it. I have come back. Welcome back, Lottie! A long time ago, came up with a magical girl story with mechas, but instead of doing it Rare style, I tried to do more of a Gundam style. Oh, that's so exciting. Also, props to you. I'm sitting here like, oh, I never want to draw a robot. But, like, John, I feel like you would be the kind of person who could do a really good job handling mechas. Eclair might be, like, Butterfly or Kirinami. I think I personally think she's gonna skew closer to, like, Butterfly. But we'll have to see what her role in the show is. I get the feeling that Star Detective Cures will appear in some way that the Wonderful Cures did, with the exception of the duo at the start. If that's the case, maybe there won't be a mid-season. Yeah, I think it could be very similar to the way they handled Wonderful. Worst case scenario for me. But that being said, I do think they're going late because I think Arcana Shadow... Well, I guess Arcana Shadow they've kind of implied is going to be the fourth cure of the group instead of the third, given the lineup on the website. But they're like, her stuff does not drop until June. But at the same time, if Eclair has anything, like, they'd have to announce it, but they've announced the Arcana Rod, but they, like, the Tier Rod. I don't know, it's like, I'm so confused at how they're handling her. It's such a mystery. I have a feeling that they have, like, the camera. I feel like people will try to hack. Yeah, we'll definitely hear toothpick stuff once the merch drops. Jet gives me Takumi vibes. I don't think I'm in on Jet turning into a cure because I don't even know nothing about him. Rather that I like his fairy form. That's fair. Eclair strikes me as mermaid vibes in a way. She do be getting so, like, she be looking like a Tropical Rouge character, I'll say that. Every time the new Precure season is announced, all I care about is for the male cure. They've really, like, they dangle it like a little carrot. I feel like if they were more normalized, they wouldn't be so sensational. We'll see when she gets her debut. Exactly. I want an Arcana Shadow doll. Aw. Raise your hand if you're so done with your neighbors as I am. They never let me sleep. Always argue with bad words. Oh my god, you have very dramatic neighbors. My neighbors killed me this morning because somebody was knocking on somebody's door and I was like, it is 6 a.m. in the middle of a blizzard. Who is knocking on someone's door? I was about to run outside and then I was like, that's not a safe decision for me. I also realized that I can probably make this color purple. Do a purple background for this and then the white will come when I put it in Canva. But how eccentric do I want this purple to be? Because it's just going to be an outline. We'll do that. Yes, computer, yes, be angry at me and make noises. I think that should be fine. Alright, what other decorations? Oh, I can use these. I'll throw these at the top. It's going to be very repetitive, but I really like that they have these from the website. These are cute. But also, it's so funny too because this, I'm gonna have to like hide the stem, but it's so silly for this because the top bar is just this microscopic tiny piece that they have tiled like 50,000 times. So I'm gonna have to come up here and be really annoying about it because it's just this, which wait, because it's only the same pickles. It's the same pixels. I think I can do this. All right, here, give me that. Yeah, baby. I can just stretch it. There we go. Maybe I should do that all the way around. I don't know if I should cover that area up with something to hide the getting chopped, or if I should just add the bar all the way around. We'll see. Let's see what I end up wanting to do. Okay, POV Anna goes to the future and finds out Jepsen buys a tech company billion. That's crazy. I hope they do take advantage of the Y2K setting as much as possible. I look forward to seeing, if they do, I think it'll be very fun. Oh my god, my chat came back. I just realized chat works now. Huzzah! I can read my chat. It's been working as of, As of FNAF's like message about the mid-season. Oh my god. Okay, I now have my chat back where it belongs. This is so happy. I look over and it's back. I miss when they did the mid-season cure around June. I wish they brought back Precure, bring an order rather than wait for months. I miss when they did the order of the episodes like Tropical Rouge did. Fair enough. The Tier Arcana Rod and the item transformation Arcana Shadow. Yes, those are the ones that are coming out in June-ish. I'm worried Arcana might become white. I know, I'm like, no, don't be white. Don't be white. Your black style is so cool. But yeah, I also think she's probably going to turn white. Eclair does look like a tropical Rouge character, a mix of Flamingo and Lemaire. Absolutely. My light just went out. No! Stay strong, Noah. Don't let the power go out. By the way, anything we're talking about has to do with you. We have kind of switched into Star Detective. But I haven't finished making this background yet because I've been taking too long. So we're gonna pretend we're still in You and I Don't. I'm still gonna let we're still gonna let spoilers sit there, and then we're gonna do no spoilers in a minute. I'll switch over when I finish this up. It's funny how 10 pre takes place in the same year. Next year is the supermarket incident. Not 1999 is a crazy year. Even though it's unlikely, I'd like Jet. Jet turns out to be Eclair. I just think a tiny boy turning into a beautiful girl would be funny. I think it'd be creative. I think they should take that idea and use it for the next season. I think they need to take note of all the fan theories and use them. I gotta go. Thanks for the live. Oh, thank you for being here, Marcos. Have a good Sunday. I don't know why the dolls in Japan are so pretty. Oh my god, I do think the Japanese dolls are really, really nice. Think Mikudu and Jet could be Anna's parents. Maybe. I haven't thought about it that hard. But I also feel like if they were her parents, she would remember she has an eccentric fairy dad. I feel like they wouldn't hide that. Some cures wear frilly skirts. That looks like they're the standard to prevent animators drawing shorts. Yeah. My phone just dropped to 1. I raced to charge it, not the phone. Survive. You got it. Especially if you're dealing with the winter storm. You may not be. You may be in a completely different part of the world. But if you are in the middle of the winter storm, make sure all your devices are charged in case something goes awry. I was wondering the little box above your 2D model being a chat box. Oh, it was. This was supposed to be a chat box, but I have never gotten it to. I've never figured out how to get the chat box to work. I have somebody who on the background does things for me program wise. And he was gonna do the chat box, but then we did other things, and I haven't gotten around to asking him if he'll help me make this a pretty chat box. So this is the fictional chat box that may never get used. I may change my background before this chat box ever gets used. I think the other thing I was worried about is that since I duo stream to both the purple site and the red site, there's rules that if you have a chat on stream, you have to have both. I think the purple site is more picky about it, where it's like, you can't have only the red site stream chat. You have to have a separate chat for the purple. And I was like, I don't want to have to. I already don't have one chat set up. Having 2 separate ones set up was like, I didn't want to deal with it. It's another reason why I have been less motivated to. I hope our kind of shadow won't wash her outfit. Don't be white. Stay black. I prefer her outfit. The dark colored. I guess we're alternating between 2 cure seasons. Yeah. We need more cures with leggings, stockings like Passion, Lemaire, and Spicy. I like stockings. I really like Cosmos ones. I like with the little fluffy top. It's very cute. I want stockings like that. They look so adorable. I just need to buy stockings and also wear them, and then get the tape so they don't fall down. I just love her black look so much. Don't invert my color, right? Don't invert it. Jet isn't Eclair because they don't have the same birthdays. Yeah, there's plenty of evidence that they're not the same person, but I do think it's a good idea for a future season. It would be a great way to hide the identity. I was thinking that Eclair is an adult like Butterfly. I hope she is. I think it'll be nice to have another adult one as well. I was thinking that maybe... Oh, wait, no, I read that. I don't even know what to expect on this season. TBH, the synopsis seems so interesting. I want to go. I feel like they're definitely not too much to gain yet. I think it's really going to come down to whatever happens in the first episode. I think it's going to really shape how we feel. Somehow Chibiusa couldn't recognize her own parents, otherwise she'd be playing matchmaker to get Us. I think she knew that they were at a certain point. She knew, because she knew Usagi was her mom. Eventually I think she realized that Mama was her dad, but she's like, but I'm too attracted to my dad to like let this. And I was like, this is the worst. That was one of the worst parts of Sailor Moon, was her being like, but I like my dad and I don't want my mom to get with my dad because I like him more. And I was like, oh god, the Sailor Moon arc era was suffering. Did I watch Sailor Moon Cosmos? Yes, I did. They intentionally make a Claire mysterious, no VA, no. Yeah, they're really holding it back, which means whatever they're going to do is either really impactful or they're just trying to be coy with us. I'm 100% convinced that Mikuru is Anna's mom, and we're gonna have funny hijinks. There's so much. I think it will be really cool if that is, but I think we'll find out first episode. Also, I don't know if I've said hi to you, Bread Clone. Welcome in. I would be okay with Arcana Shadow becoming yellow, but 2 seasons with a black white cure and them in a row will piss me off. Oh, interesting take we have today. But I mean, all for it. As much as I want to become a Q's, I would still be happy if he continued a supporting character in the wrong one. I think I missed the context for that. Favorite dark cure besides Cure Arcana Shadow? I guess Metadon. I guess Metadon. There's not many. Why is Cure Arcana Shadow's name so long? Because she's mysterious. Anna's becoming a true new Chibiusa, but hoping the fandom doesn't ship her with Mystic. I think that will be a little bit of a chaotic thing that happens this season. I started think like that because of all the theories I've seen with what's going on at the end of Star Detective. I don't like think about the end when the season hasn't even started. That's fair. If you don't want to think about the end, totally valid. I agree the season hasn't even come out and people are already skipping to the end. I think it's just because the director or the writer is really good at doing endings, so people are already really hyped for it. In the end, Usagi Tsukino became an immortal dictator. This is the funniest way to describe the end of Sailor Moon. Let's talk about. Let's talk. Yeah, let's talk. I thought you said let's talk, and I was like, absolutely not. No, we're gonna talk. We're not gonna go into the dark decision that was Sailor Moon R arc. I might just put the leaves here. I think that will be like a good excuse for me to not have it go all the way around. Okay, the copy and paste is not the same as on Mac, so I have to click and drag it instead. I guess I had leaf come in like that. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Huzzah, guys. We're really getting the bingo card done today. Alright, so I think I'll put template. How did they handle? Let me pull up the website. How did they handle the template for the website so I can figure out how to handle the text? Because I don't think they had it on boxes. Let's do Star Detective Precure Toei.com. Okay. Oh, they did a couple of different things with the text. All right, I'm gonna try to mimic the way they do text. I should probably take a screenshot and then I can use the color palette for that, so I can just not have to guess at colors. We're going full on steely for this. Girl, you go for it. I have my Windows PC. I work on a Mac laptop 90% of the time, so like whenever I do anything regarding my YouTube account is the only time I touch my PC. And I'm like, oh, the hotkeys are different, and I don't know how to use them because I'm 5. And I don't use PCs often. I'm getting better though. I'm getting better going between them because it's useful. Because in college they were like, you can only use a PC, and I was like, I'm gonna take my Mac laptop in there like a freak. I'm gonna go into my games class with my freak obsession with Mac. I got clowned on justifiably so, but like also Macs are so much more user friendly. Oh my god. Star Detective is now giving me Sonic vibes because Jet looks like Tails. Yeah, they got a Sonic setup. The leaf placement is amazing, right? I'm like, thank you for these nice cheesy leaves they have from the website. All hail Neo Queen Serenity. Do you think the other fairies will have human forms? I hope so. We do know there's some goddess form for Pochitan. And then Jet has one. I imagine that there'll be something very similar to like Doki Doki where they very briefly show the rest of them with human forms. I haven't used a Mac since college, and that's what everyone I know who does graphic design uses. Yeah. Well, my company supplied me a Mac laptop, so that's why I use it. If anything, we need to instead ask why they haven't added Sailor Moon to Fortnite. It's true, she's not in there. They got Kizuna Ai before they got her. Okie dokie, watching to lead the last episode. Oh, enjoy. Have a good day, and everybody stay warm in the snow. Thank you, Blue Jay. It would be funny if they did a Sonic reference. I need one. They gotta go fast. Kana Shadow, Cure Wick. Ooh, that's a cool one. I like that name. For now, I just have a lot of jokes with Anna and Mikuru. Don't know anything about each other's years. That's funny. Welcome in, Mojave. How are you today? Also, thank you for the, oh my god, what's it called here? Membership. Thank you for the membership. Does Lulu have a dead girlfriend? Dead sister. Let's make sure we're getting that correct. Name Maria. I mean, she could. Who knows? I've had iPhone and iPads forever, so I agree on it being user-friendly. Let's go. We're stuck in the Mac ecosystem. Or the Apple ecosystem. Where's Knuckles, Amy, and the big cat? We'll see. I think, well, what's her name? Mashutan? Mashutan will be Amy. Why most magical girls have giant creepy age gap? A girl I wish I knew. Is it me or am I just getting really tired of them making fairies into humans? I think they've done it a couple of times. I think they've done it a fair number of times in a row. 1999 was the year Sonic Adventure 1 was released. On a lot of nines. I didn't realize it was so 9. This show having a great opening and great ending is just the middle's in shambles. Fair enough. So fair. I like when they make fairies into humans. I don't like the modern Precure fairies, TBH. Oh, interesting, interesting. Is Metadon your favorite? I don't care. Yes. Anyone else mistakenly? Oh my god, I was like, is she a melon? Is it a reference to like watermelon? Watermelon? Don't piss off Sonic fans with green eyes and blue arms. Also, they really pushed the ship between Uta and Kaito. Yeah, we were not a fan here. Kaito already has a boyfriend and was moving to New York with him. Exactly. Save Maria, I mean Martha. I do like Luluka is the only Phantom team because they're holding someone hostage. Oh, that's a good... We'll put that on the theory list when I finish this up. I'm going to work harder on this now. Alright, so typically the font I use for text is Fredoka. And we're going to do star, detective. Do I have this like force caps? Or am I caps locks? Detective. It'd be very annoying if I'm caps locks. Detective, Precure. I do. I'll see. Bingo. Okay. Let's get this looking the way it needs to. So if I like Fredoka, it's a Google font. It's free. But it's bulby. I need the character panel. Here we go. I do like Fredoka because it's nice and it's all rounded, which is very nice to match. The Precure fonts tend to use very rounded fonts. Let's start detective, and then we're gonna make bingo, bigo. And we're gonna have it come back. And then we're gonna let her space it out a bit. Not too much though. So detective, I'll make a tiny bit teenier. Bingo, we make it a bit bigger. I wonder if I should add another thing to the title, like theory bingo or something. I'm gonna do like prediction bingo and I can make it tinier, but that might be too much word. Prediction bingo. And make that smaller. Of course it doesn't grab everything. Love that for me. Alright. Come here, you. Sure, that will be fine. Alright. There we go. Prediction, bingo. I think I can letter space that back in a little bit. And then make this bigger. Da, 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 da. Do you think we should go with prediction bingo or should we call it something else? Give me some good names as I try to see where I lost chat. I was crying when they did the final attack. It was very emotional. Welcome in, Chicken Nugget. Witchy is the only Precure they have worn bloomers under their skirts. Is that the only one? Unless you count the other characters who just have, like, their pants are bloomers, which would be, like, Muse. I'd have to think about it. Because they do biker shorts for a lot of the other ones. I think one pre is so good for me, that it made Kimi Bree look bad. I feel that. In a few months, I'll watch it again. I'll maybe have a different opinion. I agree. I use Google Fonts and DaFont for so many of my searches. DaFont. I love DaFont. I cannot use illegal fonts, though, in my job, so I have not used DaFont in quite some time. I do it in my personal life, but I definitely have had to move away from it. But then again, I work for a company where they own over 10,000 fonts, so it makes my life moderately easier. I'm trying to make this look remotely good. Now! Oh my goodness. The UI is painful in Photoshop PC version. I also need to leave some space between everything because I'm going to put a lot of hoopla on it. Okay, let's save it out. Why do you not I hate PCs. I hate PCs with every fiber of my being. Oh my god. Okay, catching back up. I feel like the Precure fandom has done way too many ships with dual cures. That's true. I think a lot of them do end up getting paired together. In 18-year-old you and Idol better not pull a yes 5. Agreed. I have high hopes for Star Detective. The characters and the story really give me great hope for now. Same. I think I have pretty big expectations for it. Here's some that should be added to the list. Yellow, male, mid-season cure, group power-ups. I definitely think I'm gonna put yellow on there. Everyone ships Kazuma. Yeah, Kaito Kazuma all the way. Keep it as prediction bingo. Okay, then I will keep it as it. Ooh, intuition bingo. Wait, okay, but we got intuition bingo. I think I won't do mystery because we are like solving that. Welcome in. Yes, how are you today? I was really worried they'd try to make. Yeah, I'm glad. I think we're gonna move on from the Kaito discussion because it just makes me so annoyed. I think we're gonna move away from that one. Perhaps Kanata Go Princess is the only. Dude, Kanata should have gotten with her, and I'm so upset about it to this day, and that's why I hate the finale. Favorite purple cure so far? Oh my god, I think we did this last time and I had to think about it. It's probably gonna end up being Cure Answer, I'll be so honest. I think my bar for purple is kind of low. Sora and Mashido are the best moms for Princess L. It'd be cute that Anna and Mikuru's favorite foods using recipes from Kitchen Princess. Ooh, oh my god, Kitchen Princess mention. Let's go. At least they provide you fonts because my freelance works. I did a convention. I had to convince them to license a font that was $200 or so. That's so annoying. I will say having to license fonts though for my company every so often is very annoying because they forget to license like all the different weights and I'm like, please. I don't know if we are having a kingdom. Oh yeah, like a magical kingdom? I'm not sure. Well, technically we do have Pochitan being some kind of goddess, so there's some sort of otherworldly thing going on. Watching reactions to the Super Mario Galaxy movie. I think it's gonna be good. I'm just really happy that we're having Rosalina because she's my favorite. Pretty Holic going to be a free space. Oh, we could do Pretty Holic. I did that for my 26 prediction. Yeah, we can put a Pretty Holic in the middle. Let's do that. Who's your favorite blue cure? Sky all the way. This is the saddest I've ever been to see a season go forever. Aw, and I didn't even keep up with it as usual. Aw, I'm sorry, Godochu. We're here together. This is our therapy session. We're emotionally recovering from the conclusion. Cure Answer is going to remind me, or Cure Coral, and now I really miss Tropical Rouge. I feel homesick. Aw. I used to use MS Paint. Hey, whatever works. I think, God, what's the one? There's one free one that I think begins with a D that people say is really good. I have people pay for mine, so I don't worry about that as much. Okay, so we're gonna break down the font effect here from this to going here. So first things first. In this tutorial, everybody, we're gonna do a gradient overlay for the inside of it. I'm just gonna maybe pick one that might already be doing what I need it to do. And then I'm gonna adjust the colors to match, or I'm just gonna grab that purple, grab that pink, and we have the basis of ours. Then it does a stroke, which is this purple. Actually, I think it might be a gradient stroke. I can't, well, maybe it's just the color change. I think it's just the color could change. We have a, like, purple here that does, like, 1 stroke. I might bump it up to 2 point. No, I'll stick with 1 point. Next thing it does is I just use the stroke again, and then we're gonna do a white. And we're gonna make it bigger. Ba, 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 ba. And then I'm gonna do another stroke, and it's going to be this first layer of light blue. And I'm gonna make it bigger. And so now we got this kind of bubble effect going. And then the next thing that it does is it goes to a, I'm gonna use a drop shadow for this with full spread, with a little bit of distance, and smaller size. I might turn the spread down a little bit because I don't want it to be pixely. And then I'm gonna grab the blue, and then I'm gonna set it to normal and not multiply. And there we have it. We have the text effect that they use here. I might adjust some stuff so it's not as big. Bum, 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 bum. But ta-da, we recreated the text effect. Look how cool it is when graphic design is your passion. Ta-da. Ta-da. Graphic design is my passion. Okay. I know we need to get to the point where we start actually doing the bingo card. Let me make sure I've caught up. I think the reason why I hated You and Idol is because I've been following Princession Orchestra, which is way more well-written. Oh, I still need to catch up on Princession. But I feel that. Add where Mystique is Anna's mother. I'm gonna say she's, like, somehow related to her, because my theory is that she's an aunt. So I'm gonna combine those and just be like, is related to Anna. I agree. Kanata and Haruka should have gotten back together at the ending. They did show the flower, aka Kanata came back, but we didn't see it just in terms. Yeah, I hate how they, like, I hate that they were like, well, I probably shouldn't go into Go Princess spoilers, but just know that the last 5 minutes of Go Princess made me nearly hate the entire show, which was a fallacy. I like the Pretty Holic art. I love Pretty Holic art. I love the Pretty Holic art with every fiber of my being. It'd be funny if we got to see Coral's mom being the CEO. Yes! I want Coral to be it. I want to see a time skip Coral, and she's the CEO of Pretty Holic. Older Coral would be so pretty. LGBT moments, we'll put it on the board. Actually, there's way more than just that, but that's something. T will take our theories and make it on the board. And also, again, I'm making this board and I'm going to share it with you guys once it's done. So you can make your own bingo card and arrange things as you like, take things out. So that we all have bingo cards, and at the end of the season, we can all come back together and you guys can share your bingo cards with me and I can go over them and stream. Wouldn't that be a fun thing to do? And hopefully this time next year I won't be stuck in a blizzard. Crazy, crazy concept, but we could all do some theories together. Star Detective captured me the moment I saw it, so this is the run. Yeah, let's do it! Kimi Pri did make me cry, but that's because I get emotional about the performance-related storylines. Valid. Valid. Anna is Hagumi minus the de-aging. She's like the Uno reverse card. It would be our fun to make Nick's favorite sweet on her birthday to celebrate. Aww. Would be fun. Hagato is not really a baby. Yeah, everything to do with Hagatan is interesting. One of my predictions is that Jin Senpai is a very teenage boy, very adult voice. He's definitely gonna have the Yuki Kaji voice. I think we do know that. But I will love to see Yuki Kaji do a little high-pitched fairy voice when he's in his fairy form. Since Uta's dream was to be idols with her friends, did a year in the business end up convincing her she should be an idol with or without a group? So far it looks like without a group. It sounds like she has, like, backup people, but it doesn't look like Nana and Kokoro wanted to be idols full-time. Daifuku has such an unfitting voice. It's so silly. I predicted that Uta would become an adult and live her dream of being an idol, and I was correct. You did get that. Get your predictions out. Look at the Flower Knight arc in Princession. Yeah. I seriously doubt any of the cures will be on his mom because she'd have to be seriously stupid not to recognize them. It's not the first time though that they've been that dumb. Princess Session Orchestra I liked until season 1. Season 2 disappointed me and I don't like it. I've heard mixed things about it. I'm gonna see how I feel. Probably not because that might be Anna's mom, even though Mystic is 40 years old. Princess Session doesn't have the season 2. It's like core. It has like core 1, core 2, core 3, core 4. Nachi's the best girlfriend. We love Nachi in this household. Was the air vent hair more common in 1999 anime? I have to see what that is. Is there gay stuff? I hope for Okada, Shadow, and Eclair to not be problematic. I hope all of them. They're already the shipping's already complicated. Can someone educate me? Yeah, I was like, I don't know what Vin hair is. Someone inform me. Shipping is weird for the season. Yeah, but you know, we could have a Kaito Kazuma background ship. Like, I'll just put like let's be honest. Agree, because I'm already making. Yeah, we're not gonna be specific about the shipping stuff. You can do that on your own bingo card and live your best lives. But for the general bingo card, I probably won't do that. I probably will just be like, something gay happens. But no specifics. Okay. So that's gonna be the title. I take it back one higher. We're gonna put it right there. And then maybe I'll put adornments on. We'll put sparkles or something. Alright, we don't need this anymore. Bye. And then I'm going to copy and paste this. Put it down here. And then, because I am a narcissist, I'm gonna be like, template, by Noblest Team. And then I might do some manual. I'm just gonna put spaces in. Whoa, what happened? Hello? Hello, computer? It got very scared that I tried. It did not like me putting spaces in here. Hello, Photoshop. That's why I don't use PC. This is why I'm a Mac girly. I'll put that down there. And then, maybe a little bit lower. Okay. And then, because it's me, I'm gonna change my gradients to, one of the generic blue ones. Yeah! Yeah! And then I'll make the outline blue. Yeah, now it's a Noblest Tea product. Yeah, graphic design is my passion. Art. I think that's all we really need to do for now. If I need to add anything else, I can do it on the other one. Okay, let's see. Bingo background. Da 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 da. Bingo background. I'm gonna save it as a JPEG because I'm basic. Saved as a JPEG. I'm gonna have it at full quality. I'm gonna put Photoshop away. Alright, cool. I'm glad that just transferred over. Okay. Let me get a folder and let me grab the image that we just made. Get somewhere on my desktop and go burp. And I go burp. And I go burp. Ta-da! We did it. Yay. Look how that, like, works so nice. Look how nice it is when I've already done stuff before. But I'm gonna get rid of this because we don't need it. Look at that, guys. Graphic design is all of our passions. Oh, I was gonna change the name. Oh well, we're sticking with prediction. I got lazy. Okay, let's see. Prince Session, Cores 1 and 2 are peak cinema. I still enjoy the show, but without Bandit Snatch, it's kind of dull. Fair enough. Don't give us Sumire Lily artwork. Oh my god. I will miss You and Idol. Do you miss You and Idol Precure? I do. I think I'm gonna miss it. I think it was a good time. Well, all in all, it was a fun year. Probably for their advice, they should watch Meet the Robinsons is so good. Dude, I want to Meet the Robinsons reference. That's one of my favorite movies. Kaguri is best girl. Love Princess Seal. I feel like the season could be a vibe, Meet the Robinsons, but except from the past. Agreed. A Claire should be Ayame. Or Mafuyu. Nachi must protect. I only wish we got Adult Uta to perform Smiles in Unison. We love being able to copy and paste layers from other files, right? Alright. Now, the problem with this is that I had these as images because before you would insert an image, but we're going to do text. So I need to convert these squares into white squares, but I may just cover them with other white squares. And just, like, have it fit to the template. And then, technically, it's not as fast as it could be, but I'll leave the squares underneath, though, because it's useful. Alright, let me zoom in. Oh, PC controls. PC. What if I just did it on my laptop? Wait a second. Wait a dang second. Wait a dang second. Because it's Canva, I can just do it on my laptop. Wait a dang minute. Wait a dang minute. I can do this so much faster. Look at me go, guys. I'm still here. Whee! Oh my god. We're so back. We're so back. It's not clicking as much as I'd like it to. Come on. Yeah. And then... Wow. Oh, we're so back, guys. We're so back. And then I'm gonna have to lock all these layers so they don't move. Womp. Oh, we're so back. We're so back. Let me catch up on chat for a second. Why most media, when they do time travel story, main characters don't recognize their parents? Anime logic, just to make the story work. I hope Eclair's VA is Mao Ichimichi because she is the only VA I can think for Eclair. Ooh. Ooh, voice actor guesses. Not that I'm gonna put those on the board, but I do like hearing them. I wonder if the kind of shadow, or if a kind of shadow, Arcana shadow, and he wouldn't have a family relationship, potential sisters. I don't know if I read that correctly. Yeah, we're gonna leave the bad ships off the table. I think we're done talking about those. It's kind of still odd that we don't get, like, Sailor Moon cast to be a cure, except for Sailor Moon Crystal, Jupiter as Melody, and Mercury as Moonlight. Mostly that is because veteran voice actresses typically don't, they use new people for, like, newer voices in the space, like, newer, younger voices for cures. And they don't often, use the veterans. Veterans are more background characters. That's just like how the voice acting world works. The younger you are, the better your roles are, and then when you get older, you get less good roles. Or you don't get main character roles, you get background character roles. Okay, cool. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and lock the layers so that we can just write on them. Except for maybe the center. The center I'll put something different. Selecting all the layers and then locking them. Okay. And then this one we can get rid of. Okay. Alright, and then I'm going to change this. Alright, everybody, because of where we're at in the stream, I am officially changing the tune. If it will let me change the words. Okay. We're doing no spoilers now. Alright, anybody who has seen the finale, we're no longer talking about the finale because people can now come into stream and can participate in the Star Detective Bingo without feeling like they don't want to be here because they don't want to get spoiled on what happens in the last episode. So from this point forward, we are doing no spoilers for You and Idol. This is just Star Detective vibes. I'm waiting for Kingdom Hearts 4 and Sora Riku. More of them. Cure of Beauty's VA is the only middle-aged woman in Smile. Yeah, that tends to be par for the course. I think it's more of a shot in the dark when they have ones who are more veteran. Like, I think Homura's voice actress talked about that, where she was like, I was amazed I got cast as Homura because I was more of a veteran in the industry and not so much a new voice actress. The only Sailor Moon VA that came back for Crystal was Uzagi's VA. Yeah. Very iconic voice, though. Alright, for our predictions, as we start off, get some text in here. I wonder if we should do a different font than Fred Oka for the actual body text here. I think we should do something smaller, but I still kind of want it to be round. And if somebody says Comic Sans, you're banned. We already did it. We have comedic Comic Sans. We're gonna do serious typeface now. Serious font. Where are my font options, though? Where did they move them? Oh, here we go. Okay, they're up here. Let's see. What's a good rounded one? No. God, I wish they had Brandon Grotesque. Me and my font takes. Why isn't Brandon Grotesque open source? They're all just, like, so stiff. I want... See, I don't know why I like Brandon because it's all round. What's a good round font that I can? We could go fancy. Do we want cursive, guys? Do we want unnecessary cursive? Why is there a purple square in the middle? Because that's going to be our freebie one. I also just realized these squares down here are not aligned, but I'm gonna pretend I don't see that. I'm gonna close my eyes and pretend I don't see. We could do like a hand, like kid script. What is quicksand? Quicksand. Quicksand, you win. All right, we're going with quicksand. I'm gonna bold it so I can actually see the font. Actually, this has multiple weights. Do you have a higher weight? You do. We're going semi-bold. All right, that's sure. Okay. Let me move you up here. Okay. Let's see. With Cure Mystique, that makes 2 zombie idols as Precures. Oh, that's right, because it's Zombieland Saga, right? Cure Beauty's VA. Right, I read that. I forgot Sailor GP Moon is also Cure Happy. Full circle. But yeah, we're gonna have our freebie one. I think somebody asked for it to be Pretty Holic, so... Do I have any Pretty Holic? Who's everybody's favorite Pretty Holic illustration? We'll do a little, like, face of them. We'll do one of their Pretty Holic ones. Let me go, and I know I uploaded it to Discord and see if I can find it. Alright, Pretty Holic. We've got Arcana Shadow's Pretty Holic image. We've got the Pretty Holic image for Mystique. And then we've got Pretty Holic. We have 2 Pretty Holics for Miss Answer. I'm gonna put all 4 of these images up on the screen, and then I'll do a poll, and that we'll end it on deciding who will be the center. Let me get the YouTube poll going, if I even know how to do that. How does one do a poll? This is the problem, is Leoli is the person who can do a poll. I've never had to do a poll as the streamer. Okay, I'm gonna say Cure Arcana Shadow. We're gonna do Cure Mystique. And then Cure Answer 1. And then Cure Answer 2, but I'm not gonna put it up yet because you guys don't know what those are yet. Cure Answer 2. Okay. Let me go ahead and get those images up on the screen. I can just throw them into Canva. Okay. So, getting these images on here. As it seems the computer is trying to load it. We're gonna have this be answer 1. We're gonna have this be answer 2. This will be obviously Mystique for Pretty Holic. And this will be Arcana Shadow for Arcana Shadow. Okay. I love how that's not on screen. Okay, scrolling up. These are our 4 contenders. I'm gonna scoot these 4 up so we can see them up here. I wonder if I can move my browser at all, because I know, well, I have to move it here, don't I? We're gonna ignore the behind the scenes things that we have to do to make stream work. Oh, nope, don't do that. Why is that not locked? Okay. These are gonna be our contenders, and the poll is going to be live when I find out what tab I made it in. Okay. Center image. Boom. Okay. Oh, we did get a vote for cursive. I may switch the font then. What's relevant in 1999? We're gonna have to find out. Use one of those super fancy fonts no one can read. What's the crazy font everybody keeps using for Cure Arcana Shadow? She had some, like, wild, like, gothic font. Or, but, like, a true gothic style. Oh, they're all, like, paid for fonts. Do this silly Billy font. Oh god, we can do this. No, I don't want to pay for anything. You can't make this one's fun. This is fun. This is a fun little font. The absurd font choices. Mikuru was Snow White, and Magical Girl Raising Project. I love Magical Girl Raising Project. That's a flashback. Arcana Shadow was also Puffoo. Right, we've mentioned that. O Ranger was set 99, but Go V was set in actual 99. Ooh. Yeah, and Ojan, I mean, they should have a Do Re Mi. They should do a Do Re Mi in there. Also, I'm sorry if I did not say hi before. Welcome in, Quinn. No, wait, Arcana Shadow was Snow White too. She was Snow White and Pofu. Oh, am I the only one who's a fan of Mystique and Eclair? No, we have like Eclair's biggest fan in the universe somewhere floating around in chat. I still can't believe we have a purple leader. It's so great. I think Answer should be center since she's the lead. Well, we'll have to find out in the poll that I have. You guys will have to decide with your votes who's going to be there. All right. Now, without further ado, as delayed far too long, let's start getting our votes in for what things we think should be on the board. I'm going to put the more unlikely stuff on the outside for my bingo board, but feel free to move it to where you want it when you get your bingo board. All right, we're going to do yellow cure. Put yellow cure here. This looks like the kind of font you would see on like pastries at like some like cutesy local bakery. Alright, Yellow Cure is going to be one of my first ones. Next up, I'll put it somewhere else. We're going to have Jet is a cure. I'm going to have that to be two separate things. Put Jet as a cure way over here. One of my tertiary possibilities. I probably should put him in the corner because it's so unlikely. But I'm going to stay Delulu. I'm going to stand by the fact that he should be a cure and put him over there. I also realized my screen is still just way too off to the side. I'm gonna shove it over here because Canva likes to rescale things. Why do you believe that there is no more screen? Why must you be this way? What capture am I on? Which capture is being captured right now? Is this tier list? Yes, okay, it is. Why you feel like no more screen is there? There is more screen. I have to like move my browser. This is quite the predicament with my browser. Anyways, I'm letting the chat come up with some predictions. Cure Arcana Shadow is the best villain cure since Dark Precure. I am the other Eclair stand. She has appeared. It is Trace. Biggest we got the Eclair fan competition in chat right now. Star Detective should have Do Re Mi cameo reference. I believe, like, honestly, they should. What's stopping them? Favorite perfume scent? I can't smell, so I don't have one. I think Arcana Shadow will also be from the future. Oh, okay, that's a good one we'll put on the board. Do we want to say other characters from the present or other characters from the future? Because some people predicted that Eclair could be from, like, 2050 or something, and is actually, like, the youngest member of the group. Oh, LGBT moments, we did have that. LGBT... did I even do that right? LGBTQ... plus. Oh, thank you for becoming a magical. Welcome in. Alright. LGBTQ plus moment. I'm putting that... I'll put that here. No, I'll put that... No, it's less likely because there's so many complicated relationships. We'll put LGBTQ right there. Okay. And then I'm going to scroll back up so you guys can see the voting chart. Okay. Let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah, so let me know, chat. Do we want to do other characters are also from the present or other characters are from the future? We gotta choose. Do we think there's more people from the future, like future from now, or they're just all from like the present day, 2026, 7? I walked into that one. That was not even intentional. What about the koala fairy? Pochitan? Pochitan? I'm eating eclairs right now. You're ready. You're so prepared. So on point. Okay, my theory is Eclair appears in the show and she reveals she's actually from the past. So even more past, like super, oh my god, even more past, even more future. Her outfit gives 50 vibes. Ooh. But that's actually, that goes kind of hard though. She's traveled from the paster to she's gone from the far past to the near past. That's crazy. Green Cure? I don't know if they'll do a Green Cure with I don't know if I want to put Green Cure on the board because they have Eclair, and to me, I think she's got enough green for Toei. Toei can't stomach any more green. If Luluka was from the 50s, it was the Showa after recovery. Interesting. Other time characters time slipping. That's a good one. All right, I'll do that. And I'll put that in one of the more middling slots. We'll do other characters time. Oh goodness. Caps lock for the love. Time slip. That's one word. Not Tim slip. That's not what I want to be doing. Alright. Other characters time slip. Should that be letter spaced out? Yes. But is it? No. Alright. That's not a koala. It's a teddy bear. I thought she was a koala. I'm gonna be so honest with you. We've had teddy bears before. Can we do both? Yeah, I think we'll do time slipping is a good enough way to encapsulate all of that. Anna is not the only time slipper. Let's see. No, I mean, like, Eclair is even older. Yeah. Like, she's from the far past into the, like, more near past. So Phantom is her son. Eclair, Kira, a la mode, Arcana Shadow, Purification. Oh, Arcana Shadow turns white. I'll put that here. Arcana. Oop, not. I don't know what letter that was. Arcana Shadow. Turn. I hit caps lock one more time. Turns good. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Turns good, and then no, I should put in parentheses. Changes color. There. That'll fit. And we'll just like make it a smidge smaller. There we go. Okay. We'll put that in there. Turquoise is enough for Toei, not pure green. Toei don't know what color they got. What do you think Eclair's transformation item will be? Ooh. That could be a good theory. Put those down. Somebody come up with a theory. She doesn't have a koala. The koala nose is too small. Fair enough. Time travel shenanigans. We need to get more specific. I ate sliced bell peppers as a snack. Am I weird? No. Totally not. We love healthy food. We love little snacks. Alright. One that I'm gonna put on there. It just left my brain. I had an idea. What was my idea? I've lost it. I had an idea and I lost it. What was it gonna be? Oh, okay. We'll do this one because other people brought it up. Mikaru is related to Anna. They're somehow related to each other. Whether she's a mother or aunt or something, she's somehow related. Put that down. Oh, I had a really good one that just left my brain. I'm gonna have to think about it again. I can't let it go. I gotta just say it when it comes. Another popular theory I see online, Eclair is our villain. Oh, true. We will know that this is not true immediately, so I'll put it on the outer rim. We're doing so many outer rims. We'll have to come with more predictable things in the middle. Eclair is... I'm gonna say just a villain. Because, it's a little bit more vague. She starts out as a villain. And not just the potential villain shown in the preview before. Alright, that's a good one. Oh, I know what it was. Pretty... This is gonna be at the end of the series. Pretty Pochitan goddess form. Not form. I think Pochitan's gonna turn into a really pretty goddess by the end of the series. We'll get to see her true goddessy form. She's gonna like be like Nico. Okay. Maybe Eclair's older brother. Oh, that's one that I've seen people do. That either There's some kind of evil twinning going on. Evil. I'm gonna put. Do you want to do evil sibling? Put ones in chat if you want evil sibling to be on the board. Someone has an evil sibling. We just had Cure Kiss give us the Black Magical Girl resurgence. We don't need this for my girl Arcana Shadow, the Arcana Shadow Color Wars. What if Eclair is related to the Phantom Thief villain? Yeah, okay, so if we want evil sibling in chat, give me some ones. Eclair has a Hadara brooch. Ooh. A fancy a clothing transformation item. Because we also don't know how Arcana Shadow transforms. So we're gonna I'll put that in like the middle area. I'm gonna do Eclair and I'll do for Arcana Shadow. She might just transform with the rod, but let's go into the impression that they both have clothing transformation. No. PC transformation. I can spell item. Oh, this is gonna have to be so small. We're gonna have to make this incredibly tiny. I hate the spacing on that, but whatever. There we go. Okay. Okay, I'm seeing votes for evil sibling. I wish answers a hog was a weapon. That's so funny. Okay. Let's do that then. We will do evil sibling as another tertiary option. I'll put it here. Evil sibling. Someone in this series has an evil sibling. Boom. I will also allow that evil sibling will be somebody has a sibling and their sibling gets turned evil for one episode. I'm going to cheat and let that be capable. Okay. Dude. Let's make sure I can catch up where we were. One theory I saw was Eclair was shoo-shoo time. That would be very interesting. That would be pretty cool if they did that. I think Eclair will do... Ooh, a pretty holic item's a good one. That would have been a good guess as well. But I think I'm going to stick with they do a transformation clothing item of some kind. Like accessory or clothing item. One I want to toss that may be too obvious. When Anna returns to her time at the end of the season, the first thing she does is meet the next... Ooh, baton pass. Okay. We can do... baton... Ooh... Baton... caps lock. Baton pass... in 2027. Since that's when she goes back. We'll do that. We'll do a baton pass in 2027. AC uses her tier Arcana Rod. No, we know she's doing that. We already know she's doing that. She will use the staff. Oh, she'll use the staff to transform. Okay. Well, then I will just have it Eclair has a clothing item or do clothing item / pretty holic then. That's fair. If I hit caps lock one more time with my long little nails. The toy commercial gave us a spoiler how that'll be transformed. I don't think they said for Eclair yet. I don't think we know anything about Eclair. A Tropical Rouge crossover, I wish, but I'm not putting that on the board. I think the only crossover it has the highest chance of getting would be the movie crossover will have the Idol Girls. Time travel shenanigans if they go to the future. I think that falls in line with a couple of other ones. What kind of shadow is cure fortune type situation would be one of my predictions. Her like joining in the middle after like she had reasons. I think that's a little bit more in line with what we think is going to happen. Group power up forms. Okay, that's a good one. I'll put that in the... We'll put this in the last semi-corner here. Group power up. And is it like power up with outfit change? Power up plus outfit change? Since they're definitely gonna get a power up of some kind because they have to sell more items. But I'm hoping it has an outfit change. I'll put that in there. We need more. I need more like very specific but more predictable likely things to happen. I think Cure Arcana Shadow is the vessel we create in the intro before the season starts. Interesting. Interesting. Eclair wears one heel sock like Zaku. That's too specific. More vague than that. Guess who's walking in the snow to pick up some things for dinner? Oh, stay safe and stay warm. I hope it's delicious. And before tier Arcana Rod toy is bigger than the Cure. Dude, it's gonna be tiny. It's gonna be a little scepter. That's what that rod's gonna be. Which character do you think will be the one with pretty hog connections? Ooh, strangely, I don't think it will be Idol. I would say Eclair. Eclair gives me the most... It's either going to be Eclair or Mystique. Those are my guesses for, like, it. Because technically speaking, we had... Hirogudu Sky. And people thought it would be Butterfly, but it kind of just ended up being sort of Mashido, and they both all just go to the store. She transforms in Deltarune Dark World transition style. Dude, I want the last episode of Deltarune to come out. I'm so excited. Super for Tampi. Yeah. I think Eclair is probably going to use lightning because Eclair means lightning in French. Ooh, that would be cool. That would be nice if they did that. I hope they do. I know that her, like, Eclair that they're going with is more of like a shock. Like, you've realized it, like a eureka moment. But it would be nice if they did, like, a lightning thing so it stayed, like, you know, full circle. Super form will be Ultra Detective style. It's Solo Goku and Archie Sonic. 3 Cures wear high heel socks. I think we already kind of know that though, don't we? We've seen their designs. I ran out of ideas. No, that's fine. That's totally fine. But that's obvious TBH. One of them may be Audi's fairy focus episode where Jet has to take care of the other fairies or have a talk. I think that might be too specific, but that does remind me of another one that was spoken in chat, which is all fairies get human forms. I feel like that's a very bold thing. Oh my god. I hit so many keys by accident with my long nails! I think all the fairies getting human forms, like Doki Doki is going to be a pretty solid one. I don't expect them to have it all the time, but I hope all the fairies get a human form. I'll put that very boldly in a very dangerous spot to be putting this in for my bingo card, but I'm gonna be bold. That may shut me out completely. Eclair and Arcana Shadow, Light and Dark, Shadow's Edge, Penumbra Phantasm. Some tint stuff. Luluka tells fortunes like Iona and Setsuna. I think I did see that. She loves her tarot. Like how Delicious Party did when the fairies got in a fight with each other. Oh, is that the... No, that was Healing Good. It was the Lavendurama episode. I think it was different for the Delicious Party one. Arcana Shadow is a double agent or a spy. Ooh, that might not be a bad one. I'll put that on the tertiary one. I feel like a double agent would be a fun, like, word of the week to learn for kids. Okay, Arcana Shadow is a double agent. I'll vibe with that one. I think that's a good one. Alright. Number one thing I want to see happen, something silly like Mikuru's future husband is falling for Anna, and then hijinks. I don't want that. I don't want a Sailor Moon moment. And the team trying to get him to fall in love with Mikuru instead. It'd be interesting, but they have to add another male character. What about Jet gets older and is less like an annoying little brother? No. Save that for year one. Bingo board version. We see Mikaru's future spouse. I think I'm gonna leave shipping stuff off it for the most part. Jet is a millionaire inventor. Oh my god. How long are your nails? Because mine are short. Mine, I do acrylic stuff to my nails, and I have been a month overdue for getting my nails done. I need to go to the nail salon this week and get my nails redone. They're very long right now. I probably should file them down before I go, because they're just gonna cut them anyways. Wingding's Gaster will be part. No, we're not throwing in the lore of Undertale and Deltarune into this. But I love the enthusiasm. Eclair is gonna be like honey. So you would think like a episode 10 intro, like an early intro for Eclair? I can do that. I'll do that. Let's see, get that lined up. Early. Why am I blanking out? Early intro for Eclair. And I'll just put like honey over here. So I have any so I know what the heck I'm thinking of, because I can't think of a better way to phrase that. Okay. That was a good one. Mayu's house was Pretty Holic branch and Wonderful. You and Idols was one of the sponsors. Did we really have a Pretty Holic though for the season? I guess maybe Zakun and Kiss ended up going very hard into like the makeup-y stuff with the lock and key. A cool name for Star Detective. Be related to the power-up was a revelation of detective style mode. That'd be fun. Mikuru having a boyfriend. We're not doing the romance. We're not doing that. Welcome in, Jay Vision. How are you today? And glad to see you again, Rosie. Welcome back. Jet is Elon Musk. No! None of that. The fairies are from the future, maybe. I think we do already know that Pochitan is from the past. I think I'm going to leave that off because I think the fairies are likely not. Maybe Shushutan might be, but the rest I don't think are. I think they've already gotten some information confirming that they're from 1999. I have a theory Arcana Shadow is part of the Phantoms to save Eclair. I'll keep that in the sort of like Ace, Arcana Shadow is a double agent. Jet Senpai is the creative Kirista. I'll do that. You know, that's not a bad one. I'll throw that up there. We will do... Let me move this one here. And then I'll do... Right here will be... Jet Senpai. Because I can imagine him being in charge of the social media. Kirista connection. It'll be interesting if he's like he's the secret social media nut. He's the other Cure Sparkle. The movie for the season could be Cure's meetup with Nah! Not the Deltarune! Not the Deltarune. Maybe Pochitan is the L variant. She is. I think we already have confirmation. She's our baby. Though I think she's more like Hugton, but I think she can talk a little bit more than Hugton. Star Detective team should team up with Splash Star because it's a 20. I wish. Mid-season in July. I think I'll keep that just like with the like Yellow Cure and other stuff. Let me think of other general things that Precure has a habit of doing. What other stuff does Precure habitually do? Oh, I guess other people were like, is there another Magic Kingdom or is it going to be all of it? Do we want to do that? Do we want to do like is there another magical kingdom that everybody hails from? I feel like it's got a strong likelihood of happening, but it could be worth it. Bingo. What about Pochitan grows up? I do have Pochitan's goddess form. Because they explain that she's some kind of like magical goddess person who had her power sucked out of her. And that's why she baby. New Year's episode. I'm debating if I want to do that. I could do like because I want to see how many holidays they would include. I have to think about that one. A power up for the team. We do a power up on the board. We do have the group power up and outfit change. Arcana Shadow is the mid-season like Cure Fortune. I think that's kind of like already established. We know that we're definitely gonna get Arcana Shadow on the team, or at least more relevant by June. It's hard to tell because if we do have a yellow cure slash Jet as a cure, that will be in like July, August, and then the movie will be in September, late September, early October. Why is almost every Precure fairy a deity? They love their deities. Y2K Crisis. I think I'll pass on the Y2K Crisis for my bingo. Fun frantic idea would be the girls having a sleepover, watching Cutie Honey Flash. I'll maybe do a sleepover, but they're not going to watch Cutie Honey on Precure. Maturity-wise, they will not be doing that. Bingo. A scene where all the Makoto jewels crystal shatters. Ooh. I have to think about it. Because, like, don't we have multiple, though? We have a lot of them. They'd all shatter. If there was, like, one big one, I feel like I'd put that on there. Joker Persona 5 is the main antagonist. Now! What about Anna being confused about something old? That's a good one. That's a good one to have. Time... Oh, no. Time... Difference... Tech... Hijinks. Spell hijinks with an X. I'm forgetting how to spell today. No. Go back. Okay. I'll just make it smaller. I spelled difference wrong. Difference. Time, difference, tech, hijinks. I think that's how I'm let that go. Okay. Doremi, Digimon cameo. I feel like it's so unlikely though. I think you'll have to save that for your bingo card. What other things happen this season? Cure show up. I don't think they'll do an amnesia arc. I think that'll be too silly. I feel like for the holiday episodes, they'll probably do the typical ones where they have like some kind of festival in August. They'll probably do Halloween, Christmas, and New Year's. Don't the baton passes always happen at this point? They kind of do. But, you know, they could always deviate. They could always deviate. Should we do one... Put ones in chat if you think this is a good idea. Should we do one where they do an episode that foreshadows the next season? Like, we had the Hominy detective episode for You and Idol Precure. Do you think they'll do another one like that where an entire episode is just, like, one big hint for the next season? Or do you think that was just a one-off thing? I think the Heisei nostalgia just goes... That'll fall into, like, the time difference tech hijinks stuff. Pokemon Gen 2. We're not putting Pokemon Gen 2 in there. Toei should have film SD with a VHS style filter. It'd be so funny. What other things? One, I'd be so happy. I'm not gonna lie to you, I just forgot what I just said. That just left my brain. What did I ask you guys to agree with or not agree with me on? Oh, I'm losing it today. It's the storm. What if the reason why Arcana Shadow is... I also don't know why I keep writing AC for Arcana Shadow. That should be AS. I gotta change that. I just did AC for no reason. Arcana Shadow should be AS, by the way. Working with the Phantom scenes where she's made a deal for a lost family member or wanted resurrection. I feel like that falls into stuff we've done. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna go into the cold snow. Stay warm, Ellie! I think one off, but who knows? A foreshadowing episode, that's what I said. Thank you, chat, as my brain leaves my soul. I'm gonna need a detective to solve what's going on with me right now. Okay, episode for next season, foreshadow. Shadows. Is that proper English? No. But am I doing it anyways? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Filling it up. We're filling it up. Hint for next season. Thank you. Discussing all the cool shows from 2020 with her friends in the past is a neat idea. Bonus if it's copyright free names. I don't know if they do that. I don't know if I would. Toei doesn't seem to advertise its other seasons in that sort of way. That's more of a kill anything to do. Toei should sell Star Detective OST on cassette tapes for authentic. Oh, they should do that. That'd be such a cute merch idea. Anna saying I've seen this one. It's a classic. Oh my god, that'd be funny. But I do think that's gonna fall into like again the time difference stuff. What if Mikuru Idol Detective Idol is the villain which had a trauma dump and makes her feel evil? It's too far. Favorite and least favorite chocolate. Oh, I mean, how many different chocolates are out there? Isn't it just like kind of regular chocolate and then dark chocolate and then all these other companies have their specialty chocolates? I think I lean more towards dark chocolate. I'm gonna eat cinnamon toast crunch. Yum. Arcana Shadow is a villain. I think we have that already. An episode where the Cures cry at the Titanic. No. Kaoru the Donut cameo is going on mine. Bring back the Donut Man. That's another one. We're gonna have a food. I'm gonna put that in the corner. I'm gonna say we have a signature food or drink item in the way that we had like melon soda this season. Signature oh my god, I've hit every button but the ones I need to hit. Signature food slash drink item. What would be a good detective food? I'm trying to think, like, because, like, you know, you got cops are always like, we like donuts and stuff. Is there, like, a detective food that, like, is synonymous with being a detective? Cure, kind of, yeah, we know that. Da, 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 da. I asked this because next month is February. Oh, because of Valentine's Day. I see, I see. A homesickness episode for Anna. It would be pretty important given the era difference. I think that's gonna happen inherently. Give us nachos as cures. Signature food. The ancient nachos of 1999. The chips will be so stale. What if Anna crashes out at Pochi time because she's literally moved back 50 years? I hope it doesn't happen. That would be sad. I feel like it's just... Oh yeah, coffee. Coffee would be one. You know, that could have been foreshadowing... Not drugs. That'd be good foreshadowing if, you know, we had coffee at the last, second to last, third to last episode of You and Idol Precure. They had, they were like, oh, it's late night, let's try to stay up later, and they try to have coffee, and the only one who can have it is Nana. Coffee would be a good one, but they could do hot chocolate. That's a good suggestion for their signature food being hot chocolate, because I feel like that's more kid-friendly. You could have the Precure brand hot chocolate. Pizza. Pizza would be fun. FNAF energy. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more things. How about tea? Oh, I love tea. Though technically speaking, they kind of did tea in Wonderful. But, you know, I won't say no to tea. Not for the bingo, but imagine everyone else was in 1999, not just Mikuru, and Anna has to leave, not just her, but everyone, and she's alone in 2027. It's gonna be so sad. But they're gonna have some kind of bittersweet reunion, I believe. I mean, I guess we could also... I'll put that here as, like, the last easy one. Heart... breaking... I think that has a hyphen in it. Reunion... in 2027. This can easily be debunked. This will immediately not be a thing if they go back and forth between 2027 and 1999. But if they don't go back to 2027 towards the end of the show, this is going to be so real, and I will eat with this bingo. This line right here will be my winning line. I just need whatever I put here to be something that's very likely to happen. Let's see. Not for the bingo, but imagine everyone else was in 1999, not just Mikudu and Anna, and has to leave. Not just her, but everyone. And she's alone in 2027 without her friends. It's so messed up. That'd be so sad. Best food is actually dark candy, revived mint, TV dinner. Don't turn our girls into Cornholio with a coffee drink. Garden of Light cameo. Oh my god. Imagine if they brought the Heart Garden back. Do I dare put they make a Heart Garden for this season? The new delicious field is brought back. Do you think I should play with fire doing that? Wait, think about it. Nagisa and Honoka were 14 during season 1 and 15 during season 2, meaning that they were 9 during the events of Star Attack. That's true. Some of the characters do be alive in 1999. Pre their debut. That'd be really cool if they did a little cameo of, like, Nagisa and Honoka as BBs being like, whoa, what's happening? And it's like, oh, you're gonna be Kira's next. Monsters didn't exist in 1999. You could probably will have a famous fictional detective surname or identity that gets revealed. Potentially. Heartbreaking. Yeah, is it heartbreaking one word? Is there not a hyphen in it? Did I spell it wrong? What about 1999 references? Sure, I'll put that on the board. I'll throw that in there. 1999 references. Happily put that on the board. I should probably keep my board as my end card for videos. So people will be like, where we at with the video? What if Anna's a Marisu and solos Goku? Probably, I'm in Precure, usually probably could solo Goku, let's be real. Maybe an adult scene like you and Idol. Ooh. Did we put that already on the board? I know we discussed it at one point. A time skip one. Well, I'm debating, should we do time skip? If we're gonna have Heartbreaking Reunion, do you think they would do a time skip after that? Because technically they did both a time skip and a reunion for Mahotsukai, but they did it differently. Baby Nagisa and Baby Honoka better have a cameo. A girl, I can wish. If it's, it'd be heartfelt. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'll change it to heartfelt. You make a strong argument. Or I did heartfeltly. Heartfelt reunion. Make a good point. I'll take that. They will solve pretty mild mysteries at first, but then they go for more and more intense as they go. I think that's kind of a given. Monster Energy drink wasn't a thing until 2002. Oh, that's what we meant about Monster. I feel like this is going to be a very wink-wink, nudge-nudge season where there'll be a lot of Easter eggs, even though it's not an anniversary season. I definitely think there's going to be some funny Easter eggs that they can pull here. Star Detective finale will make people cry, yeah. I think that's what this is going to mostly feature here, is us bawling our eyes out right there. Same with bootleg counterparts. Oh my god. Tamagotchi reference. I don't know if they would have the legal rights to do Tamagotchi. Monsters will be summoned using people's treasured items. I'll put that in there. That's brilliant. I'll put Precious for that one. Precious. Not like that. Precious. Possessions. Equal monster. I'll just do monster of the week. Will I remember what that acronym is when I see this again? Probably not. But I'll have to remember. I'll have to force myself to remember that MOTW is monster of the week. Okay, 2 more, guys. Give me 2 more good ones. In all honesty, it feels like an anniversary season. It really do. Is the anniversary season next season after this? If I'm counting. Has it been? Maybe not. Because it's like, what, every 5. So we had Hidogaru Sky was an anniversary, then we had Wonderful Idol, then we have this, and then maybe one. Okay, so it'd be like 2 from now is the next anniversary, right? Laptop, don't fall asleep on me. I need you. Thank you. Alright. For some reason, the line Futari wa coconuts from US5 lives rent-free. Oh my goodness. Imagine 8, 9-year-old Cure Black and White seeing... It'd be so cool if they did that. It'd be really neat. Digimon is a spinoff of Tamagotchi. Ah. Alright. Thinking brain. Thinking brain for two more. Can you see an episode where everyone is sent to 2027 and shown Anna's time? I feel like that's a potential, but I feel like that's a little too specific, perhaps? Like, not me being like, be specific, and I'm also like, don't be specific. I feel like that might be too... not broad enough for these. Let me think of other things that seasons do. I was debating whether this... I was gonna say if the magical realm was separate, but I think it just is. I think there's gonna be a magical kingdom that they hail from. No anniversary. It's in 2028. Yeah. Officially celebrated in 2029. Baton Pass was very cute. It was. It was very adorable. Welcome in, Barry. Anna, back in 2027, becomes an intern at present day curate. Oh, that'd be really cute. Okay. I'll do that. Oops. I keep hitting my mic and I don't know if you guys hear that. Anna... I'll just say Anna is a detective at the end. I'll put that there. Okay, guys, down to one more. Give me one good one. I'm really up the ante here. I'm gonna need a really good, solid prediction. 2026 was robbed of a Precure season. Alright. One more. One more to round off this, and then I'm gonna check on the poll. As we round off the poll. I'm back. I'm trying to redesign my Sona my friend did for me ages ago, and I'm having such a tough time coming up with something. I feel you. I feel you, girl. It's so hard to decide. Who will be the shield barrier cure? I think they implied it's going to be Mystique with her attack name. I do think her time traveling alone, there's going to be a heartbreaking Father's Day episode where she's like, man, I miss my parents. Oh my god. Don't be having my heart like that. Yeah, Mystique, I think, is likely. Thank you for becoming a magical. Glad to have you here with us. Next cure makes a cameo. We have that for the Baton Pass. Everyone cries in the finale. God, I hope so. I'm just gonna keep that in the heartfelt reunion, but God, I hope they all cry. A legendary cure. That's a good one to end on, FNAF. I think that there is some legendary cure. We haven't had one in a hot second. I think that is a good one to end off on. Legendary cure exists. I like that. Alright, I'm gonna move my squares so that they fit better. And then, I gotta remember how to do it. Let me finish off by ending the poll. Gonna end the poll. The poll has decided that Miss Arcana Shadow is going to be our center. Our idol Precure center. And then obviously when you guys get this, you can change the center to be whatever the heck you want it to be. It is down to your own personal preference. I might move that. See how I get this in here. Do like this and I will come down a little bit because I want to get more of her in there. Yeah, we're cooking. Graphic design is my passion. Yeah. I'm gonna fix these squares because it bugs me. They're all out of center. But yeah, as we go along in the season, if you are going to be following any of my reviews for it, you guys obviously can edit to make your own bingo card. And then by the end of the season, I think what I'm going to do, if I remember, and please remind me if I forget a year from this point on, unless I disappear. If something happens to me, then obviously I'm not around. But if I do make it to the end of Star Detective Precure, bring your bingos back. remind me to bring the bingos back, and then for my last video, I will go through people's, or maybe I'll make a whole separate video for it, in case my end video ends up being really yappy. Bring your video. These are locked. One of these is locked. Why are you not moving? Why you no move when I want you to move? I think you're locked. I'm going to go through everybody's bingos in a video, and we'll see how well you guys did, how creative you were, and how many of you guys just have the power of Apollo and can predict things like no other. I think it will be really fun. It'll be our little detective interaction. It fights me. It fights me, and I hate it. Please, please, just align. Please align. And then obviously if you want to do pictures, underneath these white squares, when they're not locked, you can put in, you can add in pictures. And say, like, you know, this thing happens. You can take a screenshot from the episode where it happens, and you can put that in instead of the white box. And that's how you get the bingo, is just, like, have screenshots from when any of these moments occur. Now, obviously, most of these will be towards the end of the show. I think some of these overarching ones are going to be in-game stuff. Anna is a precious daughter to hug. She gonna be cute. Imagine legendary Cure is another far from the past. Maybe Cure Anjay. Bring back Cure Anjay from Happiness or not Happiness. Hard Catch. None of them drives a Hummer. No Hummer returns. The Hummer will not return for Avengers in game. Cure kind of Shadow the Queen one. A good show without with advanced writing and complex characters with fit your style. I've seen the Dragon Prince. I actually for the Dragon King, I'm one of the backers for the Kickstarter. I love the Dragon Prince. So a lot of the people are the same team that did a lot of the animators were from Avatar. And then the lead artist for that, like character designer, is C.T. Chrysler, and I love his work to bits. I have followed him since the DeviantArt days. I could do a whole deep dive on Dragon Prince. Love Dragon Prince. Love the lore behind it. Love the production. Team's really nice. Highly recommend them. I'm trying to see, can I scoot you over so you're a little more centered? I'll just have to crop your Ohage. So I want to see you. There we go. Is that not cute? Is that not adorable? Is that not a bingo of all time? All right, I need to delete these because I don't think we need these anymore. And then I have to think about the, like, optimal way to share this, because I have to remember how to share things in this. Be gone. And you. Be gone. And you. Be gone. Why did I lose the delete the page? Oh, I just unlock this page so I can delete it. You. Be gone. Alright. I don't know why it decided to turn this into a video. It's not supposed to be a video. It took my template and ruined it. Okay. I'm gonna turn this off in case... I also realize this has been cropped wrong the entire time. Now that upsets me greatly. Turn it off in case I accidentally dock myself. to take that off for a second. As I figure out the best way to share this. How do I share this as a copy? Public view link. Create a public view link. Allow anybody to access it. View only. Not. Okay, let's see if this works. I'm gonna send this in chat. Let me know if you can make a copy of this and make your own. Let me know if that works. Let me know what the heck that does. You've been given a link. Go nuts. Let's see if that does anything for you guys. Oh no, it just turns into a JPEG. God dang it. Well, let's see. Create with Canva. I don't know. What does create with Canva do to this? Nope. Okay. Well, I tried to do it in incognito mode and I failed. Alright, let me know if anybody has a way to do that. Share me that PSD file. Sure thing. I got you, queen. I will DM that to you on Discord. Let me make sure I read all of chat before we wrap up. Actually, I can put this on the screen again. There we go. And then I can scoot it over since it fights me. It's gonna be off balance and it's gonna make me salty, but we're gonna have to be okay with it not being centered. That's our prediction bingo. Alright. A good show with advanced writing and complex characters would fit your style. Yes, I do love. I mentioned the Dragon Prince. I swear I'm gonna lock in the season and watch every episode with everyone's reviews. Oh, stay strong. I know it's really hard. I always drop out around 30s. Form changes when. I hope Arcana Shadow will be the best cure of the season. I hope. Hey Nobles, are you going to play Tomodachi Life Living the Dream? I'm debating it. I didn't play the first Tomodachi, but I did like the it wasn't Tomodachi Kingdom. It was my like Me Kingdom. I like that a lot. I'll debate it. I'm playing so many Life Sins right now though. You know I am. Isn't Anjay from Hakuto? So they have an Anjay from Hakuto, and then they have an Anjay that's spelled slightly differently in Japanese. That's from the Heartcatch movie. We need a cure that drinks beer. We do. That's in Otona. Happiness Charge, Heartcatch, Hakuto. Too many H's. I know. We're H'ing out. This is awesome. Oh, thank you. Do you think there is going to be a king or queen like Piccolina? Oh, I should have put that on the bingo card. That might just end up being Pochitan though. A cure. I want a cure with ADHD and autism. Yes, I agree. I would love a relatable one. I always would love more ADHD queens. Shit. Yep. Media fire. No media fire. Why is Wonderful selling chocolate winter it's the funniest thing that happened out of that one. Deltarune is a good game. I like the DS background. It's only showing the ones you made. I don't know if I can edit it. Oh my god, please play it. The original Tomodachi is amazing. Oh, what is it? Okay, so if you took the link that I gave you guys, does that, there should be something that says share in the top corner. Does it have a thing where it says, okay, I think it only gives you, how do I make it a template? How do I make this go away? Oh god, the share won't leave me alone. I hate PCs. I hate share. I hate PCs. Okay, let me find a way to make this a shareable template, because I don't want to lose this one, so I might just... How do I make this a template? Template link. Oh, I have to be a freaking special member. Anyone with the link can use the design as a template. Sign in is required. No, I have to have the thingu. I have to be like a member. Alright, well. I may make a public one, and you guys just need to know to copy and paste it, and if the public one gets ruined, I'll make a new public one. I'll just keep re-upping the public one. Let me make a duplicate of this real quick in my main files. Let me go in here. I'll make a duplicate, so I'll have a safety save one. I will make a copy. And then you guys will have the copy. Know that when I give you the copy, you just need to go click everything, select everything, and copy and paste. That is what you need to do. And then don't touch this one. Don't touch the text. This will just be for everybody, and I'll put this, anybody can access this, no sign-in required. This will be the copy one. You can download a pic in the link and use the paint to throw away. Oh, I could just type, okay, actually, I got a better idea. I will take the text off this copy one, because you're not going to need it. This is my text. You can't see anything because I turned it off. Turn it back on. Alright. Did I turn it back? Window? You should be previewing? Hello? Where are you? Hello? It's not on my screen for some reason? Where did it go? Anyways, I'm gonna take off the text. I guess you guys don't need to witness me doing that. And then I'll share it again, and then you guys can just go into Canva and cover it. That will be the plan, so you don't have to white it out. Public view link. Okay. Create public view link. This will be the solution. That one. And I'll save the link. February is going to be a very interesting month for both magical girl and horror. It's real. We need art themes. We need an art themed one. Pastel weather, where are you? Next month is Valentine's Day, aka Singles Awareness Day. Valentine's Day is my mom's birthday, so I've never had a problem with Valentine's Day because it's just been mom's birthday. Most of my family members are born on holidays. My dad's born on New Year's. My mom is born on Valentine's Day. My brother is occasionally born on Earth Day. I'm born on the first day of summer because obviously that's the holiday that matters. And my aunt is born on Halloween, and my nephew is born on Christmas. Regrettably, so my sister-in-law was so mad when she gave birth on Christmas. It was a crazy day at the hospital, I'll tell you that. But yeah, random fact about the noblest T lineage. I don't celebrate Valentine's Day in Romania. Fine enough. Well, we don't celebrate White Day, which is the Japanese sequel to the Japanese sequel to Valentine's Day. I have become older on February 16th. Oh my god, we'll have to make sure we say happy birthday. My older brother was born on Halloween. Halloween Day Unite was born on. I didn't know France. Is the France Day like Independence? Or I guess it wouldn't be an Independence Day. It would just be like France Day. I don't know what France Day is off the top of my head. But yeah, let me know if. I don't know why my tier list decided to stop being. Oh, it's because I turned off my capture. There we go. Let me know if this works for you, if that's a way to get the bingo card, and then you can just, like, go in, and I guess you don't need the white squares, you can just put your text on top. Let me know if that works for you. I'm trying to make it as easy as possible. I highly recommend doing it in Canva because it's free and easy, and you guys don't need Photoshop. And then the funky monkey text I was using... That's not the right one. Okay, let me turn it off real quick, and I go back to the right file. Okay, the correct file, the font that I used for this project, if anybody wants my funky monkey font, we used Angelina Ballerina font. We need International's White Day. White Day's so fun. I like that it's like a sequel you give back. When you are born on Christmas, do you get a birthday presents and Christmas presents? The way my family has resolved it with my nephew is that they celebrate his birthday a week before Christmas, and he gets presents, and then he celebrates Christmas. But they think that maybe in the summer they'll do like Christmas in July and celebrate his birthday on July 25th. I think is one thing they might do during school when it matters the most. My partner's B-Day is the day after Mystique's. Oh my goodness, on the 22nd of April, so she is excited for the debut. That's a good present. That's a nice present. In the Philippines, New Year's is part of Christmas. That makes sense. So you might as well package it. I'm born on Valentine's Day. Oh my god, we got so many holiday birthdays in here. Anybody else born on summer like me? I'm born on good old Juno. Mine is Innocent Purification or Eternal Kizuna Shower. Oh, favorite attacks. Dude, Gold Forte Burst. I almost said Worst. I think that's probably my favorite. But yeah, I hope this worked out for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the bingo. I hope it wasn't too chaotic or too confusing. Thankfully, the weather was nice to me. I will now look outside to see how deep the snow is. Alright, it has not gotten up to 1 stair. The height, well, no. It is at the height of 1 stair. We are officially 1 stair deep into snow over here. May you all send good vibes my way that the snow melts faster. Thankfully, I don't have to go anywhere for the next few days, so I will be indoors enjoying the view without having... I actually might go out and film some of the snow for just some beef roll, because it's pretty, and I can use my camera. I just gotta make sure I don't destroy my camera in the snow. We need a Precure born on Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Oh my god, of course, the most important holidays of them all. I was born in April, aka Easter. Let's go. I'm born April 29th. We got so many April babies in here. Born on July 24th. Yippee! My god, it's summer Christmas Eve. My mom's B-Day was the 18th, so she would celebrate our B-Days at the same time in February. Aww. I hate snow sometimes. Welcome. Join the party, Holt. Join the party. The end is soon. Yes, we are wrapping up. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. I think this was a really, really solid stream. We had fun. We did a bingo card. Girl, I don't know what we're doing next week. I guess next week will just be another special stream where we're just going to react to the first episode. Like, we'll just get our feelings of, like, the new season and just, like, yap. I might do some drawing on stream just to have something going on in the background because I think another yappy stream. But after that, I did get a request, though it's going to take some time, and I'm going to see if somebody else has made a tier list for it. There was a request for a villain tier list for Precure, specifically female villains, but I might just do all of them. So that will be later. And then a reminder about the big event. The big event is still upcoming at some point, and I will be offline for around a month and that month might be March at this point, but I don't know. Don't know quite yet, but we'll figure it out. And again, I'll be gone for that duration, but then I should be back by this, like, summer at the latest. I will have returned, and I will try to be doing episodes. And big things will change after the big event, but I'll still be the same. We'll still be doing Precure. And I will see you guys then. Oh my god, you finished Kimmy Pre. You're at the end. You're free. You're free. Next week we're gonna go. Yeah, next week is just everybody celebrates episode 1 happened. Bill and tier list will take some time. Oh lord, I know there's so many. I'm hoping somebody did it so I don't have to grab the images. First day of fall for me. Ooh. I forget that the other hemispheres have other weather. There's like 100 plus. I'm gonna cry. Don't say such horrible things to me. But yes, until next time, everybody, thank you for joining me for this. I'll probably leave the bingo link in the description of this live stream for anybody who's looking for it, and then I'll have it in my review videos when I remember. So until next time, bye bye!